Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday, and happy December. We in the last month of the year, y'all. Wait, let me fix this up. So hopefully, y'all had enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday. Hope y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving dinners, Thanksgiving dinners, and Black Friday, like Cyber Monday. Hope y'all enjoyed the shopping. Y'all get y'all stuff done because I did a little shopping and everything here and there doing things. Because I usually don't do shopping on Black Friday and anything. So, yeah, we made it, right? And everything, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But I said, you know what? Let me get some stuff for me, once like that. Hey, CM, how you doing? Hey, Toy, how you going on? Welcome you to the chat and everything. Hope you enjoy future lives as well, because we have a good time here. Let me see. I'm in Banner. I mean, bear with me, y'all. So, getting stuff together, coming back. There you go. What's going on? So, Toy has been watching my watch alongs and everything. So, I'm excited that she's able to join my live and catch it with us and join the family here. It's all good vibes. And we do small, doing well, doing my nails. How you? I'm good. I'm good. Just been working. I just joined my holiday and chilling out and everything. I just came from doing a double last night, so I didn't get home till 8 o'clock and not close to 9 o'clock this morning. So I went to sleep. I woke up around 2 things, so I might be a little tired, but I'm still gonna give you the same energy as I always give and everything. So if y'all see me like yawning a lot, stuff like that, it's because I just did a double last night and it just kind of messed up my plans. But I say, you know what? I got to get this live out. I don't want to push it out, and I didn't want to postpone it again after I had so many people, two people who ready committed to do the panel with me, and announced that I wanted to do it on this day. So hey, let's get it done. So we gonna get it, y'all. So let me do the outro intro, then we start the show's update, then we talk about yeah, I ain't tired, but I still give the energy. So you wanna know like I still gonna give it the energy and everything, and yes, because I work for 3 to 11:30. And then an overnight person called out. So one of us had to stay because I work as a concierge. I'm a concierge in a luxury building. So that building always, if y'all don't know, concierge, they are a person who work in the building. They're like a liaison between the management and the residents. So we do the packaging and now some guests and everything. It's a good paying job. It's really well paid and everything, and it's a lot. And I need some of y'all a lot to see y'all on in Manhattan or Queens and stuff like that. Or every areas y'all, and maybe some of y'all states might have luxury rentals where you see people work at the desk. And those people who mostly there, and it's always someone there 24/7. So it's different shifts. And I work the afternoon shift, which usually is called the late swing shift, because that's from the late afternoon all the way to the evening. So your day is basically wasted in job, and then the overnight person calls out. Then you have to work the overnight as well, and it's like, oh my gosh. Sorry, yeah, yeah. So that's that. So it's not too bad. I mean, I like the job. It's no problem. It's good. It's not really bad. I mean, my building had a lot of young residents, so they don't really bother me as much as a building that has more family, and that's more demanding. So, oh, thank you to a saying. I love y'all too. Situation, because I'm here for y'all. Right, dedication. Thank you so much. Folks, hold up. I forgot to highlight your comments. Yes, yeah. Don't worry. More people's coming in. as we do a lot, people comes in, like some of my regulars come in, like Dominique and Brittany, you know, and they will start coming in as soon as shortly. So then we do my outro, intro, and then we get started shows update. Then we can talk about what we're gonna talk about today. All right.
Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you.
All right. Well, that's sure I gotta make that longer. All right, let's get to the show's update. Share the screen. And while adding, let me share my Instagram. So if y'all need to catch up on my watch-alongs of Potomac, Salt Lake City, Power, any other shows I might have to do, like Ready to Love, anything else, probably Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all can watch it because I do it every now and then on my channel. So y'all click on that and can catch up on watch-alongs. All right. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Hold up. Who is this? I don't know, random. Nobody supposed to be coming to my house. I got no random people ringing my doorbell. What's that? Don't you hate that? Sure. Ringing my. Oh, hold up. I don't know who's that at my doorbell. Yes, we're gonna talk about that. I think tomorrow I might do another special live of some shows update because I gotta catch up and everything. So probably tomorrow we talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part 1, the season 14 drag race contestants, and the Porsche, a little bit of Porsche update. But other than that, that's it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, right? Yes. Make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share the video out if you can. Let everybody know. The more people will have on my channel, the better it will be and everything. The more community. All right. So Salt Lake City it came back today. It was here last week because they had the special of Potomac, not Potomac, of Porsche. Hey Tracy Boo, what's up? We have the special of Salt Lake City. Oh, last we had a special of Porsche, Family Matters. And I think at the Potomac ended now, we go back to that Salt Lake City regular time and then the Porsche Family Matters. P Valley is starring in next year. It stars. I mean, all the cast members is back. We already heard about it. So they all back. And that's that. Okay, wait to see that. Oh, Porsche. And it's crazy that there's only a few people who review it because I say I might talk about it every now and then, everything, but they also few people who reviewing the show because a lot of people say, you know what, whatever, I'm not gonna watch the show. I'm just gonna watch the YouTubers who reviewing it because they can't deal with it. So, all right, Power Book 2 Ghost premieres. Oh, it's barely premiere. Hold up. It's on Stars on Sundays. I do watch-alongs of those as well. I may do it tonight or not. It depends how I feel about the watch-alongs doing tonight because I might go crash after then. I can't feel. I love the Porsche show. P Valley, I can't wait for P Valley too. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. We shake it. 1, 2, break up. Yes, the lies. That's what makes it so funny. This season. So saying, I can't wait to continue when she said how it goes. It is the lies of Portia show. It's the lies. The timeline don't add up. I know a lot of people say, you know what? I can't deal with the freaking craze delusion of the show. So I'll go watch some YouTubers. So I will watch it and I'll report back what I see and everything. And that was my gift to y'all. If I want to listen to lies, I watch Joe. Oh snap! Oh snap! All right. Yeah, P Valley is supposed to be good this season, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I see we see a little bit of some of the members like Mercedes, not Mercedes, Mississippi. I tell a picture of her, a beautiful ever, beautiful. That's your pure comedy. It's the lies, right? So book 2, episode 3 is out. So catch is if I do check. I may do the watch along tonight or not. If not, then sometime probably the week we do it. Power Book 4, season 1 premieres February 6th on Sunday. So catch on that. We will do watch along as well for that. So I can't wait. That's featuring Tommy, sent to his storyline. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 3 is on OWN. The first part reunion was this past Saturday. So we might talk about it tomorrow. So I will watch it tonight and everything and see how that goes. If I do watch along, we do watch along for reunion. Because everybody tweeting that is really good. They said that Carlos King did his assignment. He did it well. He asked the questions. He was on the contestants' necks. Some stuff was revealed that we haven't heard of. So I mean, I saw some on Twitter. So I don't care about spoilers. I would still go watch it myself anyway, but to get my own first knowledge of it. But some stuff was spilled. And I said, oh, snap, the lies that watching the lawsuits keep coming from Simon. How dare she agree to do the show after all the rehab she did with her? I don't know. Sometimes with Portia, you just can't understand her. She's a whole freaking Rubik's Cube. Yes. Woo, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait because the way some people would say on Twitter, let's say, in that comment, you whip your D out into the panorama. I was well. I said, oh man, now you whip your D out into the panorama when your wife was at home with the baby. Shoot, you up here all everybody's home quarantining, and you whipping your D out. Oh shit, that was funny. Ready to Love, season 5. I haven't been catching up on that. I was like, when last time we talked about it, I would say, y'all, I didn't feel like no original connections with the contestants. It just felt kind of rushed to me. It just seemed off. So I'm telling you now, by the end of the season, I don't think none of the couples will even last. I don't think it should be in the couples form. I say, you know what, this season is the only season we don't have no couples. Listen, call it a day. Carlos has done it better minus that woman on the other show. You talk about Egypt? He's a mess. Carlos did his thing. And he asked the question that's a part of the reunion. We want to watch the people who watch the reunion wants to see it and get questions asked of the viewers. Because we view the show. We give you the ratings. So don't ask us no bull crap answers or questions that we don't want to care about. Ask questions that we want to know. And I think Carlos is on it, and he does his own thing, and he follows Twitter because he does live tweeting every week with people. So with the show, and he does get questions that a lot of people want to know, and he asked it, and a lot of people say that he did ask the question that we want to know, and that's the whole point of reunion. We don't want to hear no freaking bullcrap reunion that people can lie their way out of it. And no, he wasn't. He's letting people lie their way out of it. Sure, I mean he did. Ready to Love is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Ready to Love is around and have a catch up. I catch up on it and then we do an update on it. Of course, the show is a little rap in the mystery. It's not an enigma. Tracy. Oh, sure. Montana Messi. Nah, and that unhyped woman that related to Jefferson Davis. Montana's evil. Yes. He does very active social media. Yes. I volunteered to listen to Coffee and Love 5 times. Then be around more. Oh snap! Not Coffee and Love. No, you didn't. They breathe alive his existence, y'all. Oh no, you didn't. That's the me. Oh my god. Insecure season 5, HBO Max, final season on Sunday. I got to catch up on that as well. I mean, I'm just this sucks that it's the last season, but at the same time, the first 2 episodes, the first episode and the second episode probably didn't draw me that much in that I thought I need to be drawn in. But I catch up on Our Kinds of People, season 1 on Fox Tuesdays, Queen season 1 on ABC on Tuesdays. Also, I got to catch up on those. Marriage Boot Camp, season 18 on Thursdays, BTV. I think it's finished. Can't remember if it's finished or not, y'all. If not, I'll catch up on it. It get recorded, so. Games We Will Play season 2 on BET. Portia Family Matters. We already discussed that. Yes. Harlem is on. I live in Harlem, you know. And December 3rd, it premiered yesterday. Not yesterday. It premiered Friday on Amazon Prime. So I think all the episodes out. So you can watch the season. If those who watch it, let me know how y'all feel about it and everything. I might talk about it. I'm not gonna do a full review, but I'll watch it and give my opinion how I feel about Harlem. It's Megan Good, starring Megan Good. So it's been a long time I've seen her on screen. So we'll see how she goes, how that goes. And they represent Harlem, so hope they represent the area that way. I mean, I'm not a Harlem native. I'm in Brooklyn, born and raised. So just moved to Harlem 4 years ago. So, but it's good to know that she did a show around here. So, Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion season 2. I didn't watch season 1, but I said I was gonna watch this one because there's a lot of cast members like Messy and some of the interesting dynamics. Brooke Valentine's one of my girl, and I love Brooke. Brooke Valentine, she does her thing in Hollywood. She's messy. We know she's messy. She knows she's messy. She does a apologize for what she do. She loves herself to Marcus. And they got that baby girl. I think they got a baby girl, yeah. And Marcus loves his on Brooke. So, he like that craziness. And I love it. I want to see what she gives. And the whole dynamic of Peter, Tom, and Mina. Tom and Mina, they're all good now. They're bickering. They're not at odds with each other anymore. So we'll see how that dynamic goes. And it seems like there's a lot more people on the Family Reunion Part 2 than Part 1 that I thought it was. And I thought it was a few of them, but it seems like a lot of cast members on it. So we check it out because it looks like it'll be a mess. And Drag Race Season 14 premieres Friday, January 7th, next year on VH1. If y'all haven't noticed, I have been vividly watched Drag Race since Season 1. That's one of my favorite guilty pleasure shows. And I think I might will review this season. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Just like that, I might just talk about it and everything instead of do a whole full recorded review. But I want to talk about it. I took the pictures of the contestants, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. God willing, that of the contestants. And overall, I feel like the contestants this season doesn't pop to me. A lot of them doesn't really give me that oomph that I need that I see other contestants. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm watching All Star 6 now on Paramount and everything. Peter hosted. Yes. I haven't watched Cheetahs, but I know he's hosting it. So I say it takes the one to know one too. He's a better host. He know all the signs. Child. And don't y'all tell him my dream, y'all. Sure. All right, so that's the end of the show's update. All right, so people come in, they come in. All right, so this live is mainly about Potomac. It's a whole thing. I said it's gonna be. Oh, let me see. Oh my gosh, I've been catching cheetahs every once in a while, and a few episodes I've seen have been pretty good. He's a perfect host. Yes, he's the perfect host. That's what I'm saying. It's the perfect host for cheetahs, and it's. I haven't had a lot of views on people because I don't think a lot of people view cheetahs just like that or watch it and everything. But based on it seemed like he's a perfect host to me, and it seemed like it was really good. See messy, so maybe I'll try to catch it. And Tracy, somebody remind me on DM me the station and network it comes on, and maybe I could try to catch some episodes on or demand or something like that, or online. So this whole live is about Potomac. It's about how I feel about everything of Potomac. It's an all Potomac live. We're gonna have this one last talk of it for the season, and just been done with it until next season. I don't know if I go vividly view next season because I already stopped basically watching episodes mid-season. This one, anyway, heavily. The way I caught up on it and I know what's going on because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers reviews and clips and Twitter and stuff like that. So I know what's going on, and I still have opinion about things. But I have really did stop watching a lot of episodes since the season. So if y'all didn't know, I haven't been watching the second half of that the season. I didn't watch it. I didn't care. I was so done with the ladies. I was so done with all them the same cliquish the stuff. I was so done, and not just that, and just the community as well. So I talk about all my feelings about everything of this live. I didn't get any questions, but I did get two people who will volunteer to do a review on it. So they'll have one more episode tonight for. Oh yeah, they got the sequence. They got the behind the scenes sequence, and I don't have it recorded, so I catch it on Bravo when it comes on. But if they hope they give us something, give us something. If they not giving us nothing, I don't want to hear it. Sure. I don't know. Secrets revealed. Supposed to be a secrets revealed episode tonight. So I catch it. If it's something interesting, then I'll report it on a live and see what's interesting. The only thing they say that let's watch it on this IG together. Okay, yeah. If I let me see. Hold up. Let me do my phone. Let me record it, and I record it, and then when I get ready to watch it, we do the watch along and see how that goes. Cause life's like alright, we both live good. Secrets revealed. Record, confirm. We do that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna try to talk too long because I do want the people who doing the panel with me today to come in and speak their piece because y'all have you hearing me talk about the show for a while and my opinions. So I want other people to give their own opinions of how they feel, and me do less talking and let y'all do the thing. And I have some questions and stuff. So let me say how I feel about some of the things and some of the questions that I want y'all to ask, and I might ask them myself. I started watching Potomac since season 1. I was an avid watcher from there. I had enjoyed Potomac because it was an all-black cast. Now Atlanta was almost there, but Atlanta was never the all-black first all-black cast because they had that white chick. That name is not going to be talked about. But Potomac was officially the first all-black Housewives. So I think a lot of us were excited to even see our people in different shades and everything, even though it was mostly light brights, but still. Our shades on the television. So like that. And it was interesting because I did like Atlanta for a while. Don't get me wrong, I did like Atlanta a while, even though we had that girl on it and everything. It was interesting. Atlanta had hold the reins for me for a while until Potomac came along. And then Atlanta started getting boring and getting downward hill. And I didn't like that anymore. And also, y'all do know I didn't really watch any other Bravo shows but Atlanta until Potomac came along. And I started getting into Beverly Hills because y'all got me onto that. So will Beverly Hills come back next season? We'll review that season as well. And I did watch alongs for that season too. And I'm excited for the first international Bravo show as well, Dubai. We talked about that too. Hey, what's up, bro? And I'm excited for that too. So I'll be watching Potomac, Atlanta, Potomac, Beverly Hills, and Dubai. And Miami is back too. But people talk about Miami, but I don't know. Is that show good too? I mean, I might be. I'm interested to open in my catalog of other Bravo shows as well, if it's really good. Because I know Orange County just started. I haven't watched Orange County, so I don't think I should jump into ship. But then again, I jumped into Beverly Hills a lot of late. But it was a juicy topic. That lawsuit that ever come out started, it was juicy. So I wanted to get on it. But I gave it a try. So that's why I say so Potomac. It was really interesting to even see an all black cast and to see it. And yes, it was interesting. Yes, I'm excited to see Dubai as well. I want to see what the ladies are giving, what they're giving, because they freaking amp up that freaking opulence and wealth. And Dubai is one of the richest countries in the world. So I wanted to see how they really go. I want to see how these ladies really show us what rich is. Because these Bravo's housewives now, and it's like they are like mediocre rich. We want to see rich. Let's see. Yes, please show you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and share. And RHB was etiquette heavy at season 1 too. People complained it was so uptight. Yes, I agree. They was that. I think they was putting them front with that because it's so how quickly they just do away from the etiquette. They were so think, oh, we was this, we the proper. It was like you got to put on like we this high class. As I'm saying, you want to portray yourself as the high class society woman, an elite woman with etiquette and stuff like that. But y'all wasn't showing us that much either. Y'all wasn't about like, yes, uh, yeah, Dubai. I don't know. That's what I'm excited to see it. I'm interested to see it and see how it goes because it's the first international show. So they're gonna put a lot out on that budget and everything, and they must got a lot of money. So the funny thing is, the main etiquette queen had little etiquette. It was like, tell me about it. Cause we gotta do this. We got this. It's some rules. It was some rules. I was like, okay. So then they pull up the Potomac on the map, like, cause Potomac is like mixture of DMV era, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and around that area, those DMV. So it was around that take, and it's a small section of that 3 states area is Potomac in that area and all that stuff. So, but then the ladies live in those states, so it's like a whole new area of ladies contestants. But based on recent things, that a lot of people in that Potomac area or around that area don't want to do the show because of reality thing. So it's very hard to get new women to be on the show. That's why we still seeing the same woman over and over. Everyone will say cash updates, the cash shakeup. It's very hard. So we may probably see the same woman for a while now. Yeah, that was more so because of the circles they ran in. Yes, and that's what it was. And it has circles in the society and image they want to portray. But baby, I say they said the Dubai housewives are going to put the other housewife in the French into shame. We'll see. All that big ups. It's like that. I want to see the rich shadiness. Not no freaking low gut. It could get low gut. Because let me say, all across the board, you put in a situation with people you don't like because you film with these people a lot. And so you may be people you not like friends with and you got co-workers. And a regular job, a lot of us have people that we don't like. So, but we have to interact with them. Like the only thing is, there's no cameras following us around and put the force in the situation. After we clock in, we deal with them. When we clock out, y'all out my mind until I clock right back in. So I'll be out of there. Y'all know how. I know you told me y'all be the same way. Sure, once your time is done, clock chick, and I'm out of here. Deuces. If y'all text me, it don't gotta be work related. If it's not work related, I don't want to hear nothing about how your life going and everything unless we start becoming cool. But other than that, we just co-workers. So, but we not forced to be filmed and not forced to go to an event that we don't want to go to. Because if you're not inviting me somewhere, I'm not going. And that's exactly what people is like, listen, I'm not going, but this is their money. So if you don't go to the event, you're not getting paid. So then I gotta be getting paid, which is fine, to go be a front, to be funny and fronting in front of somebody that I like them, that pretending to like them when I don't like them. Put a situation that we got to be forced to interact, saying something to get me aggravated, and then I get blow up, and that's the reaction they want to see. So, in situation that we seeing that, it's like, yes, they on a job, they're getting paid to do what the stuff like do, but you gotta understand that they be in a situation that they'd be forced to interact with each other and they film and do the scenes and dinner scenes and stuff like that. And you may like somebody like most of us was like, listen, I'm not coming to that damn event. No, I'm not going. I'm sitting right in my house. Sitting right in my house, watching movies, talk on the phone. I'm not going. When I'm getting dressed up and going somewhere in the house for? No. Sure. Well, thinking Candace kicked Ashley out the house. I said, okay, fine, sure. I'm going home. I'm not coming back in your house 3 or 4 times. Like, see, that's stuff that is unrealistic in real life. That's what sometimes is simulated reality because some situations most of us probably won't put ourselves into. Like, we gonna go back to somebody's house after they told us to kick us out. Well, some people might be bold. There are people out there who bold enough who will do it. So, oh, I know I got to interact with them. It's oh, you interact with a Grand Dame. It was interesting. All right, really, Kim is my favorite of the show. Yeah. Uh, yes, I think we have unrealistic expectations of the housewife shows, and most people with real money are not going to do the show anymore. Yes, I think that's one of the big thing they said about it was very hard getting a lot of ladies to do the show because their reputations and they don't want the reality TV curse or things that put them in situations. Because it's like, listen, at the end of the day, like these people all be forced to be interact with each other, and might have money and you might have brand and you might blew up with somebody that you know, like, there's people watching that and they say you might mess with your bag. So they said it was very hard to cast in a lot of ladies to do the show because of that. And I know Sharice said, because Sharice put the show together. Even though Sharice is not on the show, Sharice is still the socialite or the centerpiece of the show because don't y'all notice that Sharice is at every event? She knows a lot of people. Even though she's not part of the cast, she's there most of every damn scenes. She might not have lines, but you see her all a lot because she's a socialite of Potomac. So she put the show together and put the ladies and fine ladies through it. But a lot of ladies didn't want to do it. So that's why you have many I say light brights, but at the same time, whatever. That's what I'm gonna say. More light bright cast, and it's very spooking in some of the darker hues, and that's why I probably feel like a disconnect because in the beginning it was just Sharice, the mainly dark skinned woman, and the other lady was biracial and light skinned complexion. So it was like it's unbalanced, and that's when they brought Monique in. And everybody started like Monique, and and Candace in, and that's that. But mm, mm, yeah. Let me see. That's true, Tracy. Yep. We are overlooking Giselle brought Ashley back into Candace's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. No. I ain't forget that. We know Giselle was the one stringing out all that stuff because she did pull her back. That's what I say. A lot of the situations is like production things and forced situation because listen, yeah, Giselle was the one who told Ashley to come back in the house the first time and said, no, come back, because she wanted to continue the scene. But I said most of us was like, you know what? You kicked me out your house. I'm going. I'm not coming back in no house. No, I'm going to my house. Why? I'm not going into my house to get beat up or whatever, or to start a fight when I come back and let they kick me out. So yes, Giselle is not over. Like no, Giselle is the messiest one. Yeah, she behind a lot of mess, and we'll get to it. And I think some of the people who will come in the panel will talk about they think because I don't like Giselle because she is the ringleader of a lot of this mess, especially also that big blowout fight of last season. She part of that too, and people give her a pass, and I think the production love her because she knows the assignment. She knows she can get this thing going. She knows she can ring, and they protect her all course. And that's why sometimes it's very tough for a lot of new ladies who know the game and realize it's okay. I guess Giselle's the one protected one, so we got to get a good ends with even though we probably don't like the bitch. We're sorry, but we got to get good ends well because go after her. What is it? It's gonna be a mean one, and she has a click. So Sharice, compared to the other ones, yeah, Sharice not even that dark, but compared to the other ones, is like it's the unbalance to me. and everything, and that's what made that thing. So that's why this one trying to bring a balanced cast. But even though every new people you bring in, it's that solid core. So if we can't break up the OGs like the Ashley and the Robin and the Giselle and the Karen of it all, and those still click, even though they have their little banters with each other every now and then, but they still solid, and they would still band each other together. And then the Mia came in the mix, even though we heard that she might not come back next season, or she's not coming back. That's the word on the street. So we'll find out that she's in the fold. So that's already 5 people, and then you had the Candace and the Wendy and Skylar. We don't know if Skylar gonna be there. You know how they did for Skylar. That was wrong. She was only there for like 2 sentences, and they left her out of there, and that's it. They had her stay in the damn couch. I said, damn, can she just stay? Sure. They just left her out of there. So yeah, they really be cutting her out of a lot of scenes. Yes. Oh, you talk about Sharice? Oh, she's not even that dog. Yeah, she is. Yes, and that's how I was saying, Tracy. They are not really friends. They are not friends. So that's why I was like, because they're not friends, they are forced to film with each other and do scenes with each other when they're not actually friends. And I think the only people who really are friends is Giselle and Robin. But everybody else, and maybe Karen, because they say they do know each other for a while. But a lot of ladies who come in, they're not really friends with them. So it's like, if we all get cast, all of us in this channel in the past, like we all of us start getting to know each other and we become friends, but a lot of us don't really know each other like that. And we be put in a situation, a reality TV show, and we get filmed and interact, and some of us might fall out with each other. And then you say, if you don't show up, you don't get paid. That's your money, that's your bread, that's your pocket. So now you have to force to go there and do this and do the scene, and you may get agitated, you may get aggravated, and it's like you have to do it because it's the bag, and you don't want to get fined. So I mean, it's such a situation you just don't go, and it's okay. But I don't know what's the behind the scenes. That's what I said. Maybe I need to read the book to see what's the real behind the scenes, how they do it, and how much the fine they get if they don't show up and nothing like that. Uh, oh, okay. See, this is why I need y'all to tell me this thing, because like, yes, I know that Robin and really, so it was, yeah. Oh yes, Kevin Giselle been friends for the longest. Giselle and Robin only met on the show, and they click up like that. So okay, I love Katie, but I want her to work on. Yes, I love Katie too. I like Katie too. Katie was one of my favorites of the show because she hold her own. She she go against the ladies. She has the clapbacks, but I do want Katie to get on her because she went through a lot with the custody case and everything. She went through a lot, so I do need Katie to get herself together to be in her mental, good, healthy space. And I don't think she'll ever come back, but if she does come back, she'll be good standing because she could give these ladies money for money. She could give Cam and all them money for their money. Like, listen. Cause y'all know how they trying to share her being her biracial or all stuff like that, being light skin and all that stuff, and y'all know how they were trying to come after her. And Katie was not having it. Nah, Katie should have come back before. Yes, I don't want to come back if she's going to jeopardize her health because she was going through a lot. Karen Giselle have been friends the longest. Yes, those two, Giselle and Robin, only met the show, and how the hell they gave good buzzy buddies, and they only met through the show. So probably Katie, she's doing well. I said, I know Katie. I love Katie, but I want her to. Yes, I do agree. I want her to work on herself. I'll follow Katie, and she seems to be doing well. Oh, that's good. That's good for Katie. That's good because it was so sad for her going through all that. Giselle and Robin knew each other had been close for 5 years. Push Sharice, Robin, this out. Yeah. So besides those three who been friends, a lot of ladies don't know each other. So it's like it creates this dynamic of because people who watch it, they say, oh, y'all must be friends. Because that's what they throw that loosely friends and words around. That's what I say friends in reality TV show doesn't mix. Doesn't mix. Unless y'all know they've been really friends off the camera before the show. It's really hard to be making friends. It could be they could be friends of the show but genuine friendship, really true friendships to survive the test of times. It's not much of the Housewives realm of all the platforms. because a lot of them are not really friends outside of the show. They come to the show to film, and after the filming, it's done. Just like I said, in our regular work days, like a lot of us, we come and do the workspace with the people that we may and may not like. It's like that. Some of y'all may hang out with some of your coworkers, things like that. I really don't know. I really don't. But some of y'all may be cool and hang out with your coworkers if y'all get to that point. But after you clock out, you checked out. That's it. Nobody, they in existence. Who, what, when, why, how. I don't know these people until I come back and check in. So I guess some of the ladies does the same thing. Like after, outside of filming, unless it's an event that's promoting the show and stuff, we don't see each other. We don't interact. We don't talk on the phone. We don't talk on the phone. We don't do none of that until we get back filming again. Until I get my monies and ducats. And then after that, we go on our business, out my way. So that's the thing. So when Potomac came along, and I said I really enjoyed it, and then all stuff, because it was like shade. Like I said, these ladies could get heated, just like any franchise. That's why I'm not gonna knock down these ladies. They the worst because they not. Because according to what y'all was telling me about the other franchise who haven't been watching, some of the ladies did way worse than what some of these ladies done. So I was like, it could get heated. It could get heated, and most likely we don't watch Housewives for fights and everything, but we do. They do banter arguments back and forth, and some of them do cut deep because, like we were saying, a lot of them are not friends. So when you put in a situation where we had to sit down and interact with each other, and you coming after me, and then also we got to realize that they may say stuff towards each other out off cameras or social media and stuff like that, and that's why people get invested. I really don't. I just watch the show just to watch the show. I do look at Twitter, Instagram, and what people talk about, stuff like that. But people be investigating. They be following. They be following housewives to say who unfollow each other, who follow each other, who say what to this. They go. I said, y'all got a lot of time on your hands. I guess the bloggers get paid to do these stuff, so let them do their jobs. But I said, who got time to even figure out who follow each other? Like go through social media and like go through all their friends. Oh, like recently, Kenya and Marlon don't follow each other. That's the recent news on social media right now. I said, who the hell figured that out? unless Kenya said herself, no, I don't follow that bitch. I don't care who she is. No, we don't follow each other. It's like that. So there's a lot of drama that might be going on to see. So when we see them on camera, it might be so much stuff going on that we already see the tensions going on. Or we may not see the tension. They play it off real well, but you may see it. And so then you gotta be forced to sit in this situation. I want to eat, sure. I'm gonna sit there to eat my food. That's what I say. You getting paid to sit down and eat and talk, sure. Who would not like that? That's an easy job. Until people start getting deep and cutthroat, then it start messing with your livelihood. But other than that, listen, you can go banter back and forth. You see how I do my watch alongs, y'all. I'll be reading. I'm not a good reader like other people, but I read here and there. And we crack each other up and say what we see about these people. But it's all fun and games. But when you in that situation, when you have to do it, it's a whole ball game. That's why I say sometimes they get more leeway with things and stuff like that. Because the situation when people fight and stuff in real jobs, you might get automatic fire. When people do that in there, shaking tables and throwing glasses and throwing water in people's faces like that. Well, most of us would do that. We probably get a pink slip right away. We get pink slip. But since they react to realm and it's like that, so that's why I said I don't watch Housewives for the physical fights because I could go Love and Hip Hop, Bad Girl Club, and watch all that for that. But sometimes stuff get out of control, and when you put in a situation with people you don't like, that's how it goes. And you got to film with them too, be in their house. Dude, listen, I don't know how y'all feel, but I want nobody who just I want nobody to disturb my energy or peace. That's what I'm saying. And see, I don't know. That's saying they all them heifers are doing the job. They all hang out. They all hang out of the show. That's what I'm saying. Some of them do might hang out of the show because that's the thing. Stuff. So it's very tough to see who friends or not and everything. And that's why sometimes I say don't get too invested because I did a lot of them playing like games on us. Jersey was my itch because of the tray. Yeah, so I was gonna say that's what I think a lot of playing our faces or playing in front of the cameras. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go out of this. I still gonna go. I'm still gonna call out the freaking double standards if I'm seeing it or anything not balanced in that area, whether I like it or like that. Because at the end of the day, whether I like you as a character or not, I still will call you out on it. And I think some people who like someone or love them or hate them will freaking blame them for everything that somebody else do. And that's part of the reason why this community, this freaking Potomac cast, it got so freaking thing. Because not only that the fans is very toxic, I think the people in the show who watch and reads the comments plays on that. And I said, no, just do your show and do how it was before that little big old turnaround event for season 5. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how I feel about that. That turn that went dark, and then everybody just jumped on the bandwagon since that season and just made it all big. And I was like, okay, at this point, I don't think it's really a double standard. I think it's a damn script, and we just missed the memo. We probably did miss the memo because I don't know what's going on. Because when I saw that freaking hangout clip and hangout pictures of, and I know CM, some of us might feel the same way of Ashley and Candace and Giselle all hanging out and taking pictures. I don't know if that was for an event, for a show of charity done. They all doing stuff like that and hanging out. I said, "What's going on?" I know that chicks are like each other. I don't like you. I'm not taking a picture with you. No, it's not happening. No, we're not doing that. So it's like, what we doing? So I don't know what was that about. But then everybody said, "Okay," but I could still could defend when I don't like what I see. But at the same time, I still not gonna get too emotionally involved with this person. I said, listen, I don't know. None of these ladies don't know who I am. I'm a small person who talk about the they had two different events. Yeah, so that's what I say. I don't know. Like when I see that, I was like, okay, what's going on? Because we don't know what's true or not. Are they really good friends or they just playing on the camera? Because Candace and Ashley was part of the pageantry world. And that could be competition. But let's say that could be friendly competition or they could be rivals, enemies. But what was covered with the cast and one was a New York Chef Fashion Week. Yes, and they was all taking pictures together. So I was like, I don't know if it was for the show or um, with the cast. Okay, one was for the cast and one was for New York Fashion Week. Okay. So I was like, listen, we don't know what's going on in the ins and out of these lady lives and see how they probably really are. They started filming for the new season. They started. Oh, I guess there is. If they are, we'll see how that goes. But they do. We don't need to see Potomac that quickly because remember how quickly season 6 came after season 5 ended. I said, hold on, I thought we were going to get a longer break. No, give us a longer break. Add a Dubai in, and then we go back to Potomac before we get another season. But other than that, that's how I feel. I just feel like I take the show out it is. I watch it for the read and banter. It does cut deep sometimes, and people's emotions does get over involved. Some people are more in tune in emotions and they won't get all riled up, and some people are mainly riled up based on who they are and read situations. So Ensemble Cast of Potomac is starting to get unsufferable because it was like, I don't know how the direction's going. It's just that dark energy. And it's like I said, it's not the show they play on, but people saying it's the community. And that's why on this, a lot of social media, a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that, they started to tread lightly, or not tread lightly, they go stand by what they are. They'll say, you know what, these people are doing too much. Like when you get to the point that people start putting threats on you and telling you that you biased, telling you that you need to die, telling you I'm gonna come over and beat, fix or harm. I said, when did we get to this point that you want to threat harm with somebody who have a different opinion of you, of a castmate, that we both of us don't know personally? It's like when we start doing that, when we start saying that I'm gonna come to your house and I'll stomp the mud in your hole. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you a shady, you all that. And then it's like, listen, we all not gonna agree. Like on this chat, we might not all agree, but we respect each other's opinions. So I said, where do we get to that point that we have to start doing all that because of people that we get so emotionally invested of something. I was like, yes, you made it. I like Candace, but it started with basketball wives. I blame them. Yes, it started with basketball wives because those people who brought their ass over here when basketball wives was getting dwindled. And I said when Potomac was, like I said, Potomac was really good. Even when they had their moments when they had almost altercations, the Robin and Monique with back the hell up before I choke with the umbrella, that do it, and this not in your face, this is in your face. There was some close encounters in the show and everything, and also some low cut deep comments. You caused a miscarriage. You drove drunk and drive your car to the ditch and caused a miscarriage. It's like it was a lot of stuff that was said. And that light bright one who's getting away with all this because she got the two little kids. No, she doesn't get it in the past. That's why I say a lot of people didn't know the season before season 5, and they just jumped on that bandwagon to now, and that's why it made this community so disillusional, and just like your phase, we get away with everything, and then the person you hate, we get the most brunt of it. And I know majority of people don't like this one person. Y'all know who she is, and like that. But we have to understand that it's crazy. Yes, she has her faults. Like I call her out as well. She has her faults. But at the same time, it's like, whoa, they all ladies does the same thing. So what the selective amnesia going on? It's like that. And like Tracy said, they allow these play their roles. They do whatever they do. I think they big it up in the camera. I blame Yandy. What Yandy Medici did? See what Yandy Medici did. The two people who volunteer for the panel, I'm about to send y'all the link so y'all give your opinion because just one, shit, 2 or 3 of them are tough. Listen, a lot of them, a lot of them are unsufferable. Like I said, this whole cast is like it needs to be a shakeup. And I guess I would have the panel ask them who they feel like in chat. And y'all feel like y'all want to do a shake. Who y'all feel like should come back? Who should be a friend of the show? Whatever. It needs to be something because I don't like that clicking thing going on because they banded together. And if you go against them, they go like the isolation, all that stuff like that. It's like that. I think one YouTuber, Bonnie Blue, mentioned how different between Atlanta and Potomac and how it's better. Because they said, well, it's not Atlanta because the only Atlanta is that there's no colorism there. Well, that C word everybody go up the arms about. I might ask that. So we're gonna try to be opinion. We're gonna try to respect the people's opinions of the panel. But it was not there because everybody could get to play that point and do what they had to do, but there's no isolation. Like Kenya could be the villain at one point, or Kenya could do her thing, or Cynthia could do her thing, and everybody do their thing, and they all stuff like that. Even people don't like Drew, but she could do her thing, and it's no isolation, but they still stand and interact with each other, and not trying to say, "Oh, I can't film this," unless they do something, unless that Kenya want to film with Phaedra when she came up with that whole vlog thing, which I do understand. But prior to that, they was cool. They was okay to film with each other, despite all their issues. It's like that. They're all similar shades of. Yeah, it is. They're all similar shades in Atlanta. That's why it's like there's no really colorism there. But at the same time, I like a lot of Atlantans could get with them and agree. They know the assignment. That's like, listen, because it was some blow up that could cause kids get her ass whipped, cause Kanini could get her ass whipped, even though she said, I said what I said, could cause her get her ass whipped. And then a lot of ladies does some things that cause get their behinds whipped, but we don't say it that much because it's that, you remember that whole thing with, I think it was Portia and they, no, you, F you, F you, F you, you shut the, I was like, oh my God, they was close to each other's faces. I was like, dang. I do out like, and yes, and that's what I'm saying, and the isolation, not just to the Potomac, Atlanta, and to the other housewives. Like, I mean, we all get to the thing, we want to ice people out. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like, isolating what? We all get a contract and checks and just sitting down eating. What are we isolating people for? Because you don't like them being better than you, don't like what they do, you don't like them getting you together. It's like, that's the whole point of it. Either you get somebody who will help you with your reads or just ignore them. It's like that. And there are some people who don't get bothered by people who don't care about, even though you're on television on screen. But like I said, you have to be interactive. It has started to backfire on them. Yes. So it's like, it's this whole new thing, this dynamics that's going on about A lot of ladies. I blame those two because they started with fake mess, obvious fake mess, right? So it's just crazy. That's why I would tell people was like the social media platform. They getting crazy with the Potomac people. It's like, listen, it's like it's not that serious. It's not that deep, y'all. Oh, people on Facebook and Twitter, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't always post the stuff on Facebook or Twitter of some of my videos. So if y'all enjoy my content, please follow me on Mizzle 14. And my name, my name is right there. And subscribe to my channel if y'all enjoying it so far. Uh, like, hey, Boo Hey Sunshine, Little John, how you doing? I said, honestly, I think they should have left Potomac the light bright cast. Just create a new show of actual friends that are different shades. Stop forcing people to be. Yes. Like I said, like Atlanta was mainly the dark hue, even though they had that white little chick, they let her go. But it was after they let her go, they mainly kept the same. They kept the darker hue woman, and even though they had different lights of shades and everything, but they still had class. And Potomac became the a lighter shade on them and let them go and have created another show with the different dynamics of people who actually are friends. And that's why I think Dubai said a lot of ladies, I don't know if I heard that, but I think a lot of ladies are friends or they're cool. It's like that. I want to see that. And I want to see actual housewife who really could freaking who really general friends. Yes, they may have their little banter back and forth because what friends don't have their little banter back and forth, but they generally support each other, not people who just met as co-workers on the show. Yep. All right. Hey JW Boo, how you doing? Oh, what housewife in Virginia? Okay. So we will have that colorism issue of Potomac because I think it's pretty clear to show because like a lot of light brights get away with a lot of murder, and the darker skin does the same kind of similar or probably less because let me for real. What Candace does to me, in my opinion, is childish play the way what other ladies have done. Yes, she get more emotive and she get emotionally charged, which I keep telling her she needs to stop doing that because she does get too amped up to the point that it makes perceive as someone to say, "Oh, you are coming up to me." So yes, I do grant it. I do give y'all that she does come amp up, and I told her that she's not doing that all the time, and that's part of the reason why. Which I still don't blame her 100%, but I do understand that. Yes, maybe her thing, and then Monique didn't like the people laughing at her. That's part of the thing, and she took her thing on out of the one person instead of that one who was right next to her, sitting right next to her, right there, all that stuff. Because I told you, if I were freaking Monique in that big bomb fight, if I was, listen, I'll show you what I say I would do. Was on Twitter? I give you a little side effects. Let's see. All right. When let me see. When someone sent Robin a threat that she should all eyes out because she don't have a backbone. Yeah, they people get too crazy. People get crazy. I was like, yo, y'all doing the way the most. Whether I don't feel like, yeah, Robin is kind of boring because she does give him much and everything, but I would not go to that far and wish death threats to castmates, wish death threats to other people who don't have the same opinion as me. I say it's not that serious. I mean, we could have a differences of back and forth, but if we got to go to the point that you call the names and call each other, that's what I said. It made it so toxic, and then people on the show feeds on the freaking people Twitter, and they use that. I said, no, don't do that. Y'all was doing that before. Don't do that. Just do what you have to do, and don't let the people persuade your decisions and who you like or not like. And I think that's what Mia was doing, because she knows, because she was a fan of the show. And she follows, and she knows who to go after, and she knows who she slick her lines with and everything. Because me, at first she was like, okay, I see things too. She was in nobody's side, but she was caring. But then again, she just started quickly click to the one side. And I said, no. I said, me, you should stay your ground. But I mean, hey, do it for you. Yeah. It's like that. So, at that bar fight, well, I'm gonna make like a situation because I know how heavy that dark that scene was. What Candy was doing, good night. I'm asleep. I'm bored. I'm twirling. I'm twirling. I'm twirling. And she was doing all that, and Monique said doing that, and Monique saw Giselle and Robin laughing. I would have did that scene. I would have had people believe what the blog said, but I would have turned that whole thing around and went at the person, my real target. And baby, that would have been gold. That would have been gold. Everybody would say, "Oh, nah, she lied to us and said she for Canada." No, yes, I said that, and I granted it probably a little slant to lie. Maybe Bob would probably fire my ass for lying like that. But yeah, I'll turn that whole event around. Shoot, make people think that I was going after Canada. I said, "Oh yeah, you twirl around, twirl around." She laughing, and that's what Monique should have done. Oh, bitch, you let me fucked up. Yo, that whole scene would have been different. That whole scene would have been different. Shoot. Monique, that's what you should have did, Monique. Monique, that's what you should have done. Y'all heard that? Shoot. You laughing? Oh, B, you got me effed up. No, and Robin probably had to jump in. And shoot. Robin had to jump in, and Candace would have been stunned. She was like, hold up, what happened? And Candace would say, good night, can I go? Good night, everybody. And everybody was trying to stop the fight. But that's what Monique should have done. See, I want another enactment. I do another enactment. So, sure. Listen, that's what Monique should have done that night. And everybody, people on Twitter, everybody, listen, they should have had me. Should have had me crazy about that. Because I said, no, your aunt was Giselle. Even though I know she probably should have gone Giselle, because but Giselle's a protected lamb of the show. She protected. But still, you going around trying to spread some rumor about my family, girl, and you think you had the game in the bag whether you want me to go after Candace. No. Candace could have done all that 12. I could interact with her all along with that ball fight. But soon as I saw you laughing, I would have just went after you and come after you like that. And you got me effed up. Once again, this is what Monique should have done to Giselle. Yeah, I remember, good night, I'm born, I'm asleep, I'm born, I'm asleep, I'm asleep. And they all laughing. What you laughing at, bitch? And then Robert had to jump in. She had to jump in. That whole bomb fight would have been done. That table would have flipped on one side because everybody was on one side beefing and fighting. And Candace didn't know what she do because she would have been stunned because she would have stopped twirling and see that Monique just went after Giselle. And I don't know if she would have jumped in. She would probably be screaming, get out, get out. And that's it. And that's how it would have. So that's what Monique should have done. And then, yes, they would probably have that, we should be fighting. And I said, no, she shouldn't be spreading rumors. And then it probably would have been so dark now. It probably still would have been there. She probably, she got her revenge. She got revenge. You talk shit about my family. You try to bring some stuff in. Then I'm coming after you. Sure. And that's how this should have went. I know I took that whole thing and made a light. But yes. So it was two people who asked to be the panel. So I had some questions. and everything. But I do want y'all to have y'all free reign to speak how y'all feel and everything. So let me share y'all the invites and let them in and let y'all give y'all opinions on how y'all feel about Potomac. Oh, and also y'all got free reign to talk about the reunion because I didn't get to talk about that. I just want to talk about point about Potomac, how I feel about the show and everything. But y'all can talk about the reunion as well. We can have that discussion about the reunion, how y'all feel about Nikki hosting, the question and stuff like that, the overall viewpoint. So we get to that. Let me share this out. Yeah. Keep in mind, y'all, whether the opinions of the person who's coming in, if y'all disagree, it's fine. We all good families here. That's why I like some of us because we all mature. Y'all could disagree, but just be respectful of the people's opinions and stuff like that. And I will do the same as a person who's moderating the panel, the two people who's coming in. I'll make sure it's be light. Y'all give y'all a chance to speak. Nobody trying not to talk over each other. And just make it good and everything. Just how I made that light of that fight thing. Y'all could just do it how it should. Y'all can read everything. It's y'all free reigns, stuff like that. But that's your mindful. So I said y'all to invite y'all. So y'all ready? Y'all can come in and let me know. You do not have to show your face, as long as that you have your name a little bit and you just you behind it. But as long as we can hear y'all, okay? All right. So let me see. Wait for one more person. All right. So since you came in first, I start with you until the other one comes in to give her opinion. So um oh, let me get you in first. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, boo. How are you?
Good, good, good. I'm so glad you came in, give your opinions and give your viewpoints. I appreciate you volunteering and
Look,
everything. I enjoy you. I enjoy my watch alongs too. So it's
okay,
really good to have
good.
you here.
You are my best friend.
So oh, thank you, thank you. You know, I still small YouTuber, but you know, we'll get big, and I will never forget people who started me my journey. So you one of the people. So I appreciate that. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. So my first question is, before TM come in, when do you start watching Potomac, and how do you feel about the direction of Potomac overall, and
I started watching Potomac from the very
to go from
beginning.
there?
So,
You ready?
from okay, I've been watching Potomac since day one. So
Oh,
ah, I've been watching it since day one, and the direction that it's going, I'm not really liking, so to speak, because I feel like um some of the cast shakeups and what they did to Monique, I don't really like. I like that she was vindicated without even being there this season. I do like that.
mm-hmm.
I love that she was vindicated in everything because I feel like well, all the fights on Orange County and Jersey and Atlanta and all the other Housewives show, why was this the final straw? And Bravo wanted to make an example out of her. Like I just felt like that wasn't right at all. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't know. Candace is bullshit for the whole post it and I want to sue you and I just had so much trauma. Girl, what? But you learn nothing. You learn nothing because you still have you had all this trauma and you were so scared and shaken to your core, yet you still doing the same shenanigans this season with Mia. So what did we learn? And with your husband. And with your husband. So like Chris is gonna leave you. Like, who publicly embarrasses their husband like that?
Mm.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
just my
No, go ahead. You can. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I mean, the only thing I feel like about that, saying this like being traumatized like that, I think it was because I just felt she deemed Monique a really good friend to her, and they was like sisters. And I think that she was so shocked and surprised. I mean, I don't think she understand that Monique was frustrated and like a lot of things going on behind the scenes that she understood that. But I think she was surprised that Monique fought her and out of things. So I think she feels type of way about that. Because I was like, I feel type of way if I have a friend who will show that we've gotten close and then you just fought me out of nowhere. That's like that. Even though I know the state of frustration, but you just fought me. And I do understand that how
I,
Candace interact. She engaged enough enough to that happen. But I understand that. But yes, I do understand she needs to work on a lot of her emotions and not be too amped up to the point that you want to get to that physical altercation with someone, even though you don't want to get there. But at the same time, we do need to have that sparring back and
I,
forth because Mia and Candace don't like each other. It's like that. But
yeah,
it's different with dynamic between Monique and Candace. So I don't
it,
understand that. But yes, I do understand that she needs to change a
I
little
hate
bit.
when people say that they fought because they didn't really fight. They had a little tussle. They had a little
Yeah, yeah,
tussle.
that little tough.
They didn't fight. Now, like what Portia did to Kenya is, in my opinion, worse because she drug her. But I feel
Yeah,
like they just had a little
off
tussle
the
and
stage.
a little hair pulling, a little some glasses broke because it was on the table. But to me, it was like nobody was seriously injured. Nobody was serious. It was just a little
Mm-hmm.
tussle between friends. I felt like they could
Well,
get over it. Like, hey Tim,
Hey y'all,
hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My first moderator on this channel, finally.
I was trying to get on my phone, it would not work, so I'm on my laptop.
uh,
Oh, okay. Torso, you finish your comment?
oh yeah, I was like, I feel like if they were truly friends, and I feel like maybe it has her mother was in her ear with like you
Mm-hmm.
should sue her because Chris got money and all this other stuff. But if we are truly friends, I have good friends like childhood friends and adult friends that I've been friends with for years, and we
Yeah.
you get into a little tussle every now and then. You get into a little hype arguments where y'all feel like, oh, you crossed the line. But if you're truly friends, you make up and you get past it. And even if you don't, even if the friendship isn't what it once was, if y'all were truly friends, y'all will have a conversation to get past it. Maybe the relationship won't be what it was once once was, but you can have that conversation where y'all both be like, hey, apologize and move forward.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand. I understand. So CM, the same question. When do you start watching Potomac, and how do you feel about the show overall?
I started watching season 3, then I went back and binged because I did not recognize Karen with her original face
Mm-hmm.
when I met her.
Oh,
Because Karen used to come up to one of my old jobs because she had a friend who sent her child there. So
Mm-hmm.
I like had interacted with Karen before. Um, so I've been watching. I went back and I binged everything, so I've been like really caught up with everything.
Yeah.
Um, on the Candace and Monique fight, it's
tussle.
very interesting. Uh, assault. Let's go with assault because that's what it was. Um, so what a lot of folks don't understand is that Monique has said in the book that was released that she never liked Candace. So the whole time since season 3, she was faking. And if you go back and you watch season 3, you can tell that she was faking with that woman. Despite the fact that Candace had her back multiple times, even when they weren't speaking, she had her back.
Which book?
The newest one, the Not All Diamonds and Rose book,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I gotta watch
the
that.
one
Yeah,
the
I got.
one Andy authorized to be released.
Yeah,
So she like Monique is literally in the book talking about how much she did not like her, how much she was fake, how nobody liked her, and everybody else was like, yeah, we liked her. Like we never had any problems with her.
do you think
Uh,
that coming from
hold
a
on.
okay.
Because I lived down the street from Gigi. When I
Mhm.
first moved to Maryland, like
Oh,
all this trainer stuff was new to people. that had been something that had been known for a while. Like,
Oh.
and it's not exactly a rumor. And it's also not the trend that everybody sees. So all of that coming out on the show was kind of known. My thing is, if that's supposed to be your friend or what you called a friend on the show, why are you fighting her and sucking up to the woman who you know is spreading the rumor for 2 years?
That's my biggest worry with that. Yep.
Like, and when it comes to suing Monique, Candace said verbatim, she did not want to sue that woman. All she wanted was an apology. Monique couldn't even apologize to her. To this day, she continues to lie about everything that she did, about the bloggers she bought, about the bots that she bought, about all the things that she did to that woman. And for what?
Well, she did try to sue her because they have released that on the blogs saying that she tried to sue her.
She sued her because she wanted an apology. The woman couldn't even apologize to her. So she was like, yeah, if you can't apologize to me, that means you're not sorry. So let's go. But to me, with me and the friends that I have, I'm not going to actively try to hurt somebody behind somebody else that doesn't even have my back. Like Giselle didn't even have that girl's back. Candace she wrote a cease and desist for her. She went to back for her and Karen against Ashley, Giselle, anybody who like came at them. She went back at them 3 times as hard.
Yeah.
Like, even when they weren't speaking and they were at Andy's baby shower, she still told them that rumor stuff is not going to fly and removed herself from it. And then called Karen so Karen could tell Monique because her and Monique were not talking. And to say, and for Monique to be like, oh, that's not my friend. Oh, she didn't care. Oh, she did this and did that. You're mad because she wanted that, because Charisse accepted her, because Charisse knew the background of Candace. She didn't have a scandalous background. If you look into Monique's background, there's some things that are very interesting, especially about that vacation house.
Okay, let me ask this question, right? Because it was mentioned, because I was looking at it, and I think, based on what she was saying, I think they said that she grew a similar background as Candace, and she tried to play it off she did. And like we all thought she was the hood chick and who came, came wealthiest like that, but she grew up similar to Candace. But she didn't fit in that crowd, and then she moved in the whole Dominique hood neighborhood. And, she didn't fit in with that crowd, so you should never feel accepted. And that's why I think she was so much wanted to be accepted so much with the Green Out Bandits. So like a lot of ladies who come in the show,
she moved
get accepted with them. So what was the background with that?
She moved up. You could she has admitted that they moved up classes because like her dad had like a trunking company or something, so they started making more money and she was able to go to a middle class like neighborhood and interact that way. She did not really get like that country club upbringing. She didn't have the Jack and Jill. She didn't have like those connections like Candace had. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have gone and done some of the things that she did when she was younger.
Okay.
You can tell too because she's always bragging about money, and people who come from money don't feel the need to brag about money the way that Monique does.
Yeah.
And I'll be really honest with you. I loved Monique up until the Nima Colin trip on season 3 when I was just like, wait, hold up, huh?
Yeah.
But you just told her to wait, huh? And I really had to sit there for a minute. I was like, what is going on? Are my ears wrong? What? Huh? So it's just all very And don't get me wrong, Candace has her faults.
Yeah.
Because she's a human. But when it comes to my friends, like I'm gonna have their back regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And if one of them were to attack me, I probably wouldn't go the legal route, but that's just me. But at the same time, like to have a whole song written about you and how happy she was to actually assault you, and then to have her having somebody literally near death harassing you and your stepchildren and their moms like every day, that's a lot.
So you was like saying something?
Yeah, I was saying no. That I agree. I like if they were really friends, I felt like they should have had a conversation way before and not brought in the courts and all this other stuff. So I was like, I don't know if it was like her mom and production and all this other things that played a part in it.
Hmm.
Why they couldn't just have that conversation together because obviously they wanted, to amp it up for the show. But I don't know. I felt like that situation could have been mended and I just felt like it just dragged it out. It was almost like the Bolo situation. They just kept dragging it out. It was just like but
Hmm.
I do feel like Monique was vindicated this season because the behavior, Candace, girl, what 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 is this? Like I just felt like the way she was attacking Mia and Mia's mother and her husband, it it was just unnecessary.
I think my gripe with that is that Candace and Mia, I think that would be good care for each other. I think Mia came in knowing to go after Candace because I think that's what I was saying earlier that a lot of these people feast on and watch who people that like, and I think a lot of people knew that a lot of people hate Candace. So I
Mm,
should let me go after this girl and freaking come after her and see what's going thing. And I think she has the backing because of some of the groups even though they try to play off, they cool with her. I think they don't really like her like that much as either. But I don't think it's because of her mouth. I think it's because when she came in, her upbringing, and because she don't need to marry, she don't need to do all the stuff that a lot of these ladies did to survive and stuff. And because she came with a good wealthy background. That's in my opinion. So I think with Mia, she came in, she knows she go after Candace. You know, Candace was like the low budget, that's all art and being messy and stuff like that. So I think it's fitting when and stuff like that. The only thing about that was that yes, Candace did get emotionally heightened, but at the same time, it's like Mia was kept jagging and jagging towards Candace for a while until
I
Candace was falling back.
wonder when
And mhm,
I wonder when new housewives that don't really have any attachments to the old housewives, like
mhm,
kind of new and
yes, Mia did have to one.
I
Yeah.
wonder like how much production plays a part in that. Like, how much they want the story to go this way or that way. So I wonder how much of that was them in her ear saying, "Hey, blah blah blah." You get what I'm saying? Like
Mhm,
because if she doesn't know any of these women really, it's kind of like,
mhm,
I don't know. For me, if I don't know a group of people, I come in neutral and I just like to sit
yeah,
back and observe. That's
yeah.
me. I like to sit
That's
back and,
yes.
you know, before I say
Yeah.
anything, take anybody's side. Because even if me and my best friend we go into something, she's like, "Oh, I don't like her." It's like I'm gonna still sit back and watch because y'all might not click, but we might click.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
I wonder how much of production are
Yeah.
in the
Uh,
ear.
I
yeah.
think she had a plan to always go at Candace. And the reason I say that is the whole foot thing after she was called handsome.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and you look, the picture of the person's account that came from was the same woman who blocked Candace from performing the national anthem, the same woman that was Karen's friend, and the same one that was going up with Monique about a lot of stuff. But I will say, should she? Let me think about this. Some of the things that weren't shown at the video shoot was Mia's attitude. Because I don't know if y'all like actually pay attention to the drive back video, but one of my friends like sisters is actually in it, and Mia's attitude was way worse than they showed. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was really stank. But I think they could have talked it out if Mia had really, really wanted to talk to her because Candace was one of the only ones, if not the only one, that defended her not knowing anything about her mom. Like she genuinely seemed like she was trying to get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really wonder after watching Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip and just like hearing things around town, I really wonder how much of what we see is because production picks a villain and sticks to it. Like if you look at Kenya on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and then you go back and look at Atlanta, you start to see like, this could be production manipulating everything. So
Yeah.
I'm really wondering, like, did they tell Mia to do something? Did they tell Candace that Mia said something? What was going on? But at the same time, looking at Mia's behavior on Twitter, especially lately,
Mm-hmm.
maybe she just,
But then again, Mia was just
crazy.
because she, it may be true, it may not be true, it may just be, her trying to cover herself. But she said that, somebody else was running her social media account. But then towards the end, before the reunion came out, she said that, the show wasn't what she thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
And
she,
um, she doesn't see herself returning because of that, because she thought it was going to be something else. And I was like, oh, okay. I would
Now
like to see her.
nobody was running that girl's social media account.
Hey, I try to give that.
You know that.
I try to
The
get
fact that she got so upset over the correct usage of the word handsome
I
shows that
different,
she was running that account.
different things strike people differently. Like when you poke a bear, I feel like when we going back and forth, there is no rules. I feel like if we going back and forth tit for tat, hey, there is no rules. So if if I say your husband tossed my salad, whether it's in the kitchen or the bedroom, boo, there's no rules. We fighting.
I mean, but Mia is handsome by the definition. She is a tall, statuesque woman with strong features.
Hey,
That's what handsome means in a nutshell.
but
She's a
oh
very
my
handsome woman.
god,
Mia just can't, Mia's not educated like she wants us to think she is.
she's not. I mean, she grew up in the foster care system, so she never had somebody there
Now,
to.
hold on.
Hmm.
I know foster folks. We
Hmm.
can't say that's a byproduct of the foster care system. That's a byproduct of Mia, because when she was on uh that show on own to having to hold or whatever, she was not like this.
Okay, I didn't see that.
You
No, but
might not
the
recognize
only
her
thing
because
I
she
was
had
gonna
a
say,
whole different face,
you
like a
know,
whole different line.
as far as foster care, you don't really have that, parents who are like there trying to hone you and, really care about your education and your, molding you the way your own parents would, because her mom, has her own situation going on. But I do feel like Mia, the thing that I do like about Mia though is that she owns her ish. Like, so you can't throw it back in her face because she gonna own it. She gonna tell her own stuff. So you can't throw it back or use it against her because she's like, hey, I do this, this, and this. I had this, this, and this. This is me. So I do like that. Where other women on the show would try to hide or pretend like, oh, that wasn't me. She would, hey, this is me. This is me and G. This is what we do. This is how we are. And I do like that about her. So
yeah, I
Mia,
think that with Mia is like, yeah. When Mia came in, Tracy said that she did go after the other one. That's why I feel like I think she should have stayed with that truth. They can say, listen, I'm doing no lineages with anybody. I'm going after who I want to go after. That's it. But I think she knows who she could stick to and stick with that clique and all that stuff. It would just try to come back. We know she will continue whoever side she goes to continue on. But if she doesn't come back, then I guess she just did that because she thought it was something different. But yeah, I think one thing with me is that yeah, she's staying to herself, but why didn't you spend the narratives a lot too much? It's just say it like, okay, yeah, we do this, we do that, and that's it. But she stays spending the narratives and lying. You don't
the
have to lie, girl. Just like
the thing
this.
I
Uh-huh.
did get towards the end, and maybe one of y'all could clear. Maybe I missed something, but I didn't get. And Wendy, we can start on her next. But I did not get what Wendy's beef was with Mia. I was like, girl, what? Like at the reunion, she kept telling her to shut up. I was like, Wendy, I don't, what is happening here? Like, I don't get it. I didn't get it at all. Like, I don't get what the beef was there. I don't know if she was just trying to create a moment, but at the reunion, she just kept coming for Mia.
So yeah,
I have no clue why Wendy went after Mia so hard. I'm not even gonna lie there. Uh,
It just
I don't know if they had interactions before the show. I don't know if Wendy knew Mia before the show. I don't know. That did seem really weird,
right.
like at all. But at the same time, when it comes to reunion, I can see why she did it because of all the stuff Mia was saying on Twitter, how she claimed those candles as hers when she's like just an affiliate. Um, just like all the little slick comments that she was making. I could see why then. But during the show, like when they first met, I didn't understand that.
My whole thing with Wendy this season is I didn't particularly like Wendy last season, but for me, at least she was herself. This season, I just felt like she wasn't herself. I just felt like she was just trying to get along. And I just felt like she was being very phony, very like the whole her kissing up to Karen, her trying to do the candles. It was very not even along with her brand. The whole plastic surgery. I'm all for a woman enhancing whatever she look. If you want a little nip tuck, as Black women, I feel like we don't need to touch our face because we just got it like that. But if you wanted like a little breast lift, a little nip tuck, whatever, hey, go for it, own it. But do it for you. Don't ever do it for no man. Because if he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. Like my mom says, Pum Pum don't got no face. He gonna cheat regardless.
But
Like,
why are we saying that it's because he cheated? Like that narrative came from a blog from an avatar who won't even show her face.
true. However, it's like where there's smoke, there's fire. That didn't just come out of the thin air. Like, I'm not saying that he definitely cheated, but it has to be something there. Like, why
it came from Monique and it came from Eddie's family who doesn't like Wendy.
And that's another thing. I'm Jamaican, and I know that they're Nigerian, but at the end of the day, our cultures are similar. And when it comes to grandchildren, regardless of what, it is very weird that his mom, his parents, his family has nothing to do with their grandchildren. I was like, there's something else going on here because the story that she's saying it doesn't add up. There's something deeper there because African culture, they're very big on family. They're very, very big on family. So that whole story she told Bravo, and I know Eddie's cousin has said some other stuff online and stuff like that, but I'm just like, the story is not adding up. I would love for his family to come on and tell us what's really going on.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know what's going on,
yeah, because his kids are like what their oldest is what 9, 10, and for his parents to have never met them, that's crazy to me. Like,
so I'm a Southern Black woman, and our families can hold grudges. I'm not sure if Wendy is more Americanized and so is Eddie, and they just aren't gonna take certain things. But I do know for my family, if you say something about someone's spouse or someone like negative that impacts them personally, you get snip like it's nothing.
I know that's a very American thing. However, in like West Indian and African culture, we will just pretend like you're not in the room. We will just ignore your ass, like you're not there. We're still gonna come see about the grandkids, their son. Like they're still going to be involved, and just pretend like Wendy is not there, like we don't see you. So it's just like it's not adding up for me. Like it's just not.
But I mean,
the story, even because it just seems very, very, very trivial for her to just not be a part of her grandkids or her son's life. The story that she told on TV, it just seems very, very minor for her to just cut her son and her grandkids out of her life like that. So I feel like she's lying about something because it's not adding up.
Hey, Apple Prime, how you doing, boo? Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, I do was feel stunned about that. I want to know why. It's like, yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, you may not like the person that. Sometimes you might not like the spouse that
your person
that your child has chosen, but it's not just a decision to like it or not. It's like that because at the end of the day, if they make them happy, it's fine. But do be involved in your grandchildren's life. That's what I feel. I said to you, like I would feel the same. I was like, okay, you may not like. Because I know some of us might have siblings who may not even like their spouses, but we did for their nieces and nephews and stuff like that. So, yeah, kids innocence like that. So
I'll
it's yeah, I don't know.
I'll
Yeah.
speak for myself. If I
Mhm.
don't like you and I don't like your vibe, you're not coming around the children that I birthed. I risked my life to birth.
But
I
Wendy,
don't care about anything else. You can meet up with your child outside my home. You are not bringing your negative energy in my home around my children that I risked my life for. I don't care. And
I
my family members can tell you there are some of them who have never and will never see my children.
I get that, but
But we blood.
Wendy has invited her. That's the thing, though. Wendy's inviting her, and they're wanting her to be there, and she's still not there. So it's just like the story is not making sense for me. It's like they want her to be involved and be around, and she's still not there. So it's kind of like, what's really going on here?
Pride is a
Auntie
deadly
Mo,
thing.
Oh,
yeah, it must be pride. It's like, listen, I ain't want you to do this because anything about your life was non-existent. But at the same time, yeah, if you're inviting me and there and they want you, it's like it's not one thing that I'm cutting you off. And I said that's messed up, Wendy. You can't be doing that. But at the same time, if you went there and they're trying to, you're not coming around, other stuff. But I do understand where CM was coming from. That some family members get that bad energy. No, you're not coming around. No, it's not that. I don't care you blood or not, but you stay your distance and stuff like that.
hey, oh,
All right. Huh?
hey, Momo.
It's, all right. So next question is, how do y'all feel about the Potomac community, i.e., the fans and social media, and how did that impact your enjoyment of Potomac? Because at first, and me personally, I just said that earlier too, that Potomac was one of my favorites. It was one of my favorites, and then since that dark cloud from last season, it just I don't know, the big wave of people just came in and it's like, oh my god, it's getting unbearable. It's like that because we could talk. I remember before that we could talk about this show, crack, weed, and all that stuff like that, and we had a good old time on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, or something like that, or whatever. We could talk about it, and it was no problem. Now it's like you say something against someone they might like or not like, and it's off your head. And that's what sometimes when I tweet things, I don't put the hashtag because people just like being crazy, going back and forth like they know the person. I said, I don't know these people. So what? I do my video. So how y'all feel about that, and how does it impact your enjoyment? Because part of that reason why I was taking off rap because the lot of ladies playing off the show and then they doing so much stuff, and I said, oh my gosh, can we not do this and that clicking and all that stuff? It got too much, and I was like, I still review it. I still keep up with the show, but at the same time, I was like, all right, I'm going to give it this. I ain't put too much effort on it. I was like, listen, I'm going to talk about it here and there and line up. And then some people I used to watch a lot, I had to stop watching because they got too toxic with their reviews. And I said, listen, can you just keep it light and everything? I'm not going to try and tell the person how to review their own channel because I never want people to tell me how to do mine. But it's like some people I start still watching and everything because they've been fair assessment and all that stuff. So how y'all feel about that?
So I had to make another Twitter. You were there. I had to make a whole other Twitter because somebody got so upset that I said something in defense of Candice that they were like, I'm just going to report you and get your Twitter removed. And I was like, because I said that she shouldn't have been assaulted? What? That doesn't make sense. Some folks take it very seriously.
Yes.
And it's not so much on Twitter. Like Twitter is bad, but the Facebook groups for Real Housewives are disturbing because if it's 20 topics, 19 of the 20 are about how bad Candace is, how much she sucks, how much Chris is gonna leave her, how he's using her, how he's abusing her. And it's like, y'all, we see a scripted show. Y'all don't actually see them out in PG County. Like, what are you doing? And then like I'm in a group where Gigi like literally told everything, as in Monique's ex-best friend. She told everything. She laid it all out.
Oh wow.
And these fans were like, "You not her, you not really her." And she was like, "So I'm gonna just get on a random Facebook group and lie about who I am. Okay, this is why y'all are her fans." And it was the most hilarious thing when she was just like straight deadpan, like, yeah, now I see how she has fans.
Wow.
The fans sometimes make it it's not as fun anymore. And I don't know if people are actually, the true fans are going to watch next season because of like the whole thing that happened with Nikki lately. Like, now the Barbs are in it, and it's just like,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So what's your
So,
thoughts?
um, I love to do the whole Twitter live, and tweet, and I love that the girls are engaged on Twitter and reply back to you, even though Candace is not my faves, I F with her on Twitter, she go back and forth with you on Twitter. We have exchanged some words on Twitter, but I still fuck with her. So oh sorry, I didn't mean to curse. But
Okay.
last season, it was very dark. It was very, you pick a side. It's either Team Monique, Team Candace. And I was like, I can see it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But this season, for me, it was a little lighter because I felt like the beef wasn't that serious. I like there was some serious storylines, but it wasn't as, that dark cloud like last season, like you said. I felt like it was a little more, it was more fun on Twitter. It was lighter. The fans were more, silly, engaging. We had like more playful memes. It wasn't like, I want to kill you, on Twitter this season. So I thought I liked it. I liked it more. I felt like we were engaging a lot more playfully on Twitter. I'm not part of no Facebook group, girl. So I don't know, Tam. I don't know about the Facebook community. I just do IG and Twitter. So I don't know about the toxic, but I love me some Twitter now. So I can speak on that because I don't know. I like Twitter more because I know that I'm talking to the real, Giselle or Candace and, Robin on there. So I engage more on there with their and the fans. And then I love, I love, doing the watch along with you. That's fun for me. Like I like watching along.
Thank you.
That's so that's what I enjoy.
All right. So I had a little light, fun question. All right. So if y'all received a contract to be on the Housewives of Potomac, what type of housewife would you be? Just think about all the type of housewives they are. They are some like the mean girl housewife. There's some girls who's laid back. They on girls like who's the center of attention. It's like that. What type of housewife would be? Describe who you would be if you had a contract and you accepted a contract. What type of person you would play on the show? And I think I mentioned how I would say I would be. It's like if I was a husband, housewife, whatever thing. I'm a person. Y'all know I love to laugh. I like to have a good time. I like to dance, so I stuff like that. I would be like a fun, have a good time person. Now, when it comes to conflicts or anything, if I'm trying to argue with me, I'll usually argue with people in real life like that either. I mean, I may have it back and forth. I might have my opinions or something like that. But other than that, all that, trying to get to the fight to the point that I said, nah. And usually I would try and ignore, I would just ignore you and just move on with my life. But I know sometimes you might be forced in a situation. But I could be in a room with someone and not even talk to them and like that. And I don't know, because production can't make me speak to you. It just got to make me be at this event. So, so I was trying to person, and then put some food on the table. I was like, I'm good. It's like, listen, y'all can have all arguments y'all want. I'm just eating here, eat my food, just watch what's going on, and all that stuff like that. But type of hype I am, it's just like I'm a cool, just laid back person, and I just like to enjoy my fun. And if whatever confidence is going on, if we can't talk about it in adults, or if we do get to that back and forth to the point, and I said, listen, if we get to that point, I was like, nah, that's it. We ain't doing that. That energy is off. I can't do with you, and just move on from that. So, what type of hype y'all would be, and why? So, Hotoy, you start with you first.
Oh, okay.
And
Um,
chat, you could chime in chat as well.
so I don't think production would like the type of housewife I would be because they're gonna be like, this is not good TV. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the viewers would like it because I'm a very loyal friend. So like I'm a ride or die with you. Like I'm kind of like Robin, but a little bit more fun. So in my real life, like I had a friend. We all worked together, and this girl, she want to come up to me talking about some, oh, Valerie, whatever you want to tell me about Valerie. Listen, I don't know what you thought this was, but you're not about to sit here and kiki with. me about anything negative about Valerie. Now, if you want to talk to Valerie about the issues you have with her, I can mediate, but you're not about to sit here and talk negatively about my friend to me. That's not gonna happen. It's not. That's not the type of party I'm not the type of time I'm on. I don't do that. I don't do that. So that nothing can get back to her saying, "Oh, I was here listening," because I don't want my friend to think that her enemies can come to and confide in me about her. That's just not the type of friend I am. So I don't think production would like that. But I am a foodie and a wino. So I'm always here for a trip, a good glass of champagne, a good dish, some good tea. So, but if if me and my good friend is on the show, then oh no, we sticking to it to the end. Don't talk about her to me. And if she right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm gonna stick beside her. Or him, and I'm gonna ride with her. So I'm gonna tell her in private that she was wrong, but on camera, hey, this is what it is. That's what she did, and I'm gonna stick beside her.
Mm-hmm. Are you still doing toy, or are you finished?
Yeah, that's it. So I don't know. I for the drama and for the fighting. Despite my voice, I'm with it. Okay, you swing. You gonna swing first, but I'm gonna finish it. Period.
You ain't gonna start. You gonna start. You just go. If they
I'm
come
not.
after you, you go.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't believe in violence, but you're not gonna put your hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as that goes, I'm not gonna let you just assault me. No, no, ma'am.
I hear that. Sam.
See, I don't know because they all irritate me to a certain extent. So I honestly don't know. I'd probably be like a mixture of Robin, Candice, Kenya, and Dr. Tiffany with a
Oh,
little bit of
okay.
Sutton in there, and Garcelle. Because like, as long as you leave me alone and I can have fun and we can just chill and laugh and all that stuff, we're great. But the moment that you come for me, I can be shady. So, I like my peace. I like my zen. Actually, I take it back. I'd probably be like Kyle on the Ultimate Girls trip.
Oh yes.
I'm
Okay.
there. I'm not really involved in the mess. I might be under the influence of some things, but
Okay.
I'm gonna have fun to turn up with you.
Opulus said that's a fun question. I like to be candid. I think she's less regular, but a little sassy. Yes. Karen got her moments. Karen has her moments. It's
I
like
love
that.
she's my
And
favorite.
she act like she doesn't be that shady, but then at that point she does. And she knows it. But
She's very shady, but she's like she's that like that older woman shady, and I live for
mhm,
it.
yes. So Chad, y'all want to know who y'all will be? Y'all let me know on the thing. So the next question is another fun question. If because some of y'all watch my watch along, and I know every now and then I'll be reading, and I'm going off of the ladies and stuff like that. So, if you had the chance to read a housewife, let's do Potomac. But if you don't want to do Potomac, you can want to do an answer on whatever. Who would you read, and give a little light example how you would read them?
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I know I'll be going off sometimes. I'll be going off, and I think I'll be calling them names, linebacker, X chromosome, long neck. Be coming at, I got to hear this, I went after Mia.
Uh,
Everybody was, it's like,
so I'd go after Pennywise first.
yes,
Oh.
go ahead.
I'd go after Miss Pennywise over there, and I would simply ask her if her and Nikki bonded over having creepy, touchy feely husbands who don't know boundaries,
Mm.
or if she really thinks autotune saved her song, because it didn't at all.
Oh,
Ooh.
And then we go to Giselle, and I just simply ask, like, all that privilege,
Mm.
and you still ended up with the man that was Jamal.
oh,
Mm.
snap. Hell's
Ooh.
Mm.
And just walk away. Because I mean, there's nothing like how can you read them when their lives are just a reading in and of themselves?
Oh.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
I,
go.
I think for Wendy, Miss Wendy,
Mhm.
all them degrees, and you still on the show with me, and then I would just walk away because she just feels above all these ladies, but you're on the same level with them because all them degrees, and look, you still
Mhm.
ended up on the show with me. So okay, 4 degrees. Um, who else? Candace. I need you to take your mama titty
Okay.
out. Take your mama titty
Ooh.
out your.
You go ahead. Get it
Let's
out
get
there.
let's get off breast milk and put our big girl panties on. Okay, boo. You a whole wife now. Let's start acting like a wife and a stepmom. Okay, let's step it up. Ashley, I'm pretty sure you are fine with your husband being bisexual. However, let's not act like in these streets that he is not doing the creepy shit that he is doing. Girl, you need to pull him aside and have these conversations before y'all leave the house. Like, these are the rules, Michael. Don't embarrass me in public. Stop
Mhm.
it. We have two sons now. Like, come on now. Act right when we go out. Or just leave him in the house. Just leave him in the house.
Mhm.
Who else is there? Giselle. How is it you are able to raise 3 beautiful girls, but you still can't raise yourself?
Oh snap.
And
Damn.
I don't even know what I would say to Robin. Robin, you should just be a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of the show.
3 degrees left.
I mean,
Let's.
I have a question. I
Mhm,
Uh-huh.
have a legit question.
mhm.
We go in on Candice about her mama paying for stuff,
No.
but
I don't have it.
Robin,
I don't have an issue with her mom paying for stuff because let's be clear, I'm not gonna tell my business. But I don't have an issue with her mom paying for stuff. I have an issue with her not being a mature woman. Like, she doesn't own her stuff. She's not you're she's a stepmother and she's a wife. And she just leans into that little girl daughter role too much for me. Like, you're a woman in your 30s. You're
but comma,
but what?
2 things. One, we don't know if the children's mother really wanted them spoken about like that on that show because that blogger that Monique was friends with that passed
Hmm.
spent like a good 2 months harassing that woman about her children and about Chris. So she may not have wanted them to even really be mentioned on the show like that.
Even
We
if you
see that this season they were up there, but it was for the light stuff. It wasn't until afterwards that things started taking like weird turns. And this show is edited. We see what they want us to see. But my original question goes back to everybody says Candace doesn't take ownership, but she does. She just doesn't apologize like people want her to. And
it's not that it's not,
Robin's mother and father gave her money for that townhouse. Robin was having those hats or whatever in her mama's like storage room. Robin has received the same amount of help, if not more, than Candace has. Why is that never talked about?
Mm.
I think Robin's financial issues has been greatly talked about, especially during the first 2 seasons when they lost all their money and their friend committed suicide, the S word. So I think their financial struggles has been talked about, but Candace, unlike Robin, flaunts her wealth and her money. But like I said, I don't have an issue because I believe in family helping family. And, that's what generational wealth is all about. We're going to, continue it on and, let it flow down. But my issue with Candace is for a woman in your 30s why are you so reliant on your mother? And it's like she can't do anything for herself almost. And I just don't, as a wife, as a stepmother, like as a woman, would you feel comfortable leaving your children with Candace, crying, folding the tissue, her maturity level? I would not. I would not leave my child with Candace. She doesn't lack the she's very self-absorbed, she's very selfish, she doesn't lack the maturity it takes. I mean, look how she treated Chris. And yes, it is editing, but a lot of that is her. And I just feel like she doesn't lack that maturity because she's very self-absorbed.
But how can you say she doesn't do stuff without her mom when she bought a house without her mom? She has an entire career without her mom. Like, everybody keeps going back to her mom, but that was half. Her mom, she and her mom co-signed for that house that was to be an investment property to help her get a leg up. Why is everybody harping on the fact that her mama did all that stuff when, you brought this person into the world? You're supposed to help them out. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because they didn't choose to come here.
Okay, so at what point do you cut the cord?
She's already cut it. She doesn't live with her mother. She's not accepting funds from her mother. Like, her mama keeps saying different things, but it keeps getting disproved.
When I give you away to your husband. So her and Chris been married for some time now. The cord was supposed to be cut then. If we're gonna go by that, right? If we're gonna go by that. Some people cut the cord after college when you get your first real job. Some people cut the cord at 18. But traditionally, the cord is cut after I give you away to your husband because he is taking on that responsibility to take care of you. So you 4 or 5 years into your marriage, and regardless of what Chris wants to say, at the reunion, he made himself look bad because he's like, everybody thinks that, her mother is taking care of me. Chris, you have no job right now. So how is she not taking care of y'all?
He's working.
He has a job.
No,
everybody keeps spreading that lie, but the man has a job. He literally works as a caterer. He hosts like private events. He does private shopping stuff. They don't talk about that on the show, just like they don't talk about Candace's businesses on the show because they don't want to have to give Bravo a cut of that. I'm not talking about my money-making stuff if I have to give Bravo anything.
So why are you on the reunion?
That's all me.
So why are you on the reunion so mad that they're making you look like you're this unemployed moocher when you're allowing that narrative to continue?
Because he's literally said on the show that he was working. She said he was working. The narrative came that he wasn't working from the same woman who hides her entire personal life outside of her children and her ex. Why don't we question how Giselle gets money?
Giselle had a whole makeup company.
No, she don't. It's gone. Been gone since the pandemic first started.
No, I think Candace did mention that, and I think people overlooked that she just said that Chris was never a person who was relying on, who was a bum. He always worked and he always had his own. I think they just don't want to it out to make that a light because they want to keep that narrative that he's mooching off of Candace, and I think that's not true.
But regardless whether it's true or false, she's the one who painted that narrative. Candace, not his mom. Regardless of his mom doesn't like the fact that he doesn't have the money that she feels is necessary to keep up Candace's lifestyle. But Candace is the one who mentioned his finances, his upbringing, his lifestyle, and she's the one who painted that narrative that her husband wasn't financially well off or at that status where he will be able to take care of her. She's the one who painted him that narrative
in one season and hasn't mentioned it since.
Girl, it only take one episode.
But see, that's the problem. Everybody harps again on Candace in one thing. We don't harp where was the same issue with Ashley? You sleeping with this creepy old man for money, and we all know what it was. Ain't no way you 22 really interested in somebody that's old enough to be your father and who looks like your father. Let's be honest. And as for getting married and cutting the cord, I'm from a place where people have old money. There's there's grandparents paying for their children and their children's children, and they just keep that money going. Like these rich folks, or let me phrase it, these wealthy folks.
But that's your
It's
inheritance.
a generational thing. Even if you married into the family, you really think Paris Hilton's family cut her off?
No. But that would be my inheritance. That's not my livelihood. That's my inheritance. So that's what I would pass down to my son. My son would pass down to his kids. But for our livelihood, what's going to take care of my family and my husband, that should be my husband's responsibility.
But Candace also has her companies.
The hair company?
She has the hair company. She has the pageant company. She has a few other things that they
Yeah,
don't talk about.
they didn't
They
air that.
literally,
Yeah,
they have literally said on like her first or second reunion that she was the most successful and longest lasting businesswoman out of all of them.
Out of the housewives.
Out of all of like the Potomac housewives.
Okay, so
yeah, it's stuff that they didn't want to show because Chris said they did edit a lot of stuff out the show because they did show a lot of businesses, but they wasn't airing that on the show. So
yeah,
it made it seem that like it wasn't.
just start businesses just for like, it's like a flash in the pan. It's just like for a quick money grab. It's not like they're not meant to last. So it's just like, I don't know. Anyways,
her hair business and her pageant business were around before the show.
I know you gonna go hard for Candace. It's okay. Let's go on to the next person.
Now I think it's about
agree on Candace. It's okay.
No. I think the main issue is that a lot of people didn't like her because she grew up with money, and I think that's one of the issues that people had is that because she didn't grow a struggle story, and that's something I was mentioning on my thing. It's like why people glorify the struggle story than somebody who is born into the wealth. Because let's be honest, I said it all the times, and my lives is like that. I wish I grew up in money instead of struggling. It's like that. Even though I was like, I do appreciate the struggle and all that stuff and what is praising me, but I can still have the life skills of take care of myself and be independent and stuff like that. Even though I have the backing of the family, it's like that, the wealth, it's like that. So I think people had issue with her because she came in the scene with money and she didn't have to marry into one. And I guess a lot of people,
a lot of the housewives,
a lot of people know a lot of housewives marry into money. But she came in not needed to marry into money. She had her own. And I think a lot of people just off the back hated her for that. And still then and extending anything like that. Because if you really ask people why they don't like her, it's not because of her mouth. It's the mainly is stemming from because she grew up with money. And people don't even they don't see themselves as that because a lot of us don't grow up that way. They grew up a struggle. And so we do like people who grew up the struggle and marry into it, and then people who just have money. So I think that's my biggest gripe. So I think her question was why people harping over her having financial backing because she still take care of herself. She doesn't need her mother now. It's like that. Even though it's not wrong. Your parents get in your house or get a car. I wish somebody give me a car. I got my license. I still got a car. I can afford it, but still. Sure. I was like, listen, so I had to work everything, but it's nothing wrong with that. And the bus there's nothing wrong. She working and also like that. She having her own, but people don't see that way. I did say it's like, oh, just like that. So I think that's the biggest issue. So if Robin just mentioned that her family had money too, and her family, her mom, she get the help of her mom too. Remember that investment, that property she started? Her mom was money and stuff like that. So that's what she was saying. Why is it powerful Candace that she had the back end for her family and not for Robin? And there's no big backlash or like because they both have the same similar backgrounds and growing up with money and wealth. But it's an issue with one person and another person. So I think that's the issue, that the wealthiness. And everything else is different, secondary. But that was the main issue that people had because they just didn't like her being a trust fund baby.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I get it, but that was never my issue, Candace. It was more the immaturity and the...
That's another thing. She has her side. Yeah, we all say Candace has her faults. And I think that's one of her sides that she had to learn of not to get emotional
Mhm.
and immature and be emotive and always like we all know that she doesn't start, but at the same time, when she does respond, which I don't fault her for that, because you come after me, like we all say, we're coming after you too. But I
Yeah.
think she comes to the point that she gets too riled up
Yeah.
and too hype up to the point that it gets to the point that it get to that
Yeah.
next level. Even though I'm not gonna police how she react, because nobody polices how people react. And I think that's my grip of what the show, like they policing each other.
Mhm.
And well, they policing mainly her, but and they doing the same thing, or even worse. So that's my gripe about that. That unless she just don't give, cause me, I ain't gonna get people to the point that I get to that point until you put your hands on me. Like we could go back and forth
Yeah.
all day, and but you put your hands on me, then it gets to the point to that. So
Exactly.
that's that's how I was going after that. Let me see. So how you feel about accountability? And then that's a big issue, accountability of Potomac. A lot of them saying that Candace on her stuff and does her stuff, but I do believe that she does, and that she does apologize. So I think people equate accountability to apology. So
Mhm.
if you don't apologize, you're not being accountable. Which is like, no, you can still hold yourself accountable. Don't
I
give a f about it's
yeah.
like that. So
I
what's your grip about accountability, and how do you think that plays in the show of the lack thereof?
I feel like you don't have to apologize. You can you can hold yourself accountable without apologizing. Because if I'm not sorry, I'm not sorry. But I could
Mhm.
still be held accountable. And I feel like Bravo should be held accountable for the effed up stuff that they do behind the scenes that causes, some of the stuff. But of course they don't own up to that stuff because they want to make it seem like, oh, it's just the ladies. But I think unfortunately, like Tam was saying before about Nikki, they have to be held accountable for that. Like, I think it was a bad decision. Even though I enjoyed the reunion, I think that they should be held accountable for having her as a host during a time when she and her husband are under investigation for intimidating a witness and all the other stuff that they're being investigating. I just think that that was a bad look. And I know, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Barb. I love Nikki, but but I don't agree with that. I'm a woman first, and those are very serious accusations. And the lack of accountability and how quickly people forget and how quickly people are willing to overlook serious accusations like that is very alarming for me. I don't, I just, on Twitter, because when the victim did her interview with The Real, everybody was like so appalled and just, the outcry of support was there. And then, fast forward, like a month and a half, 2 months later, now we're just like, oh, Nikki looks great. And which she did. And, it's just like that everybody was just like not even concerned with that anymore. And I just like, they're still, they haven't even been to court for this yet. And so I just feel like Bravo should have told her, hey, got it. I know that they did it for a ratings grab. I know that they know that the Barbs are going to tune in, especially since it's free. All they got to do is turn their TV on. They don't have to pay for nothing. So I don't, I don't know. I feel like the accountability is, I don't know. I just,
Mm.
I don't know. I felt a little way about that. I don't know. What do you think, Tam?
Sia, what you think?
I think that they hold certain people accountable for certain things
Mm-hmm.
because in this season in particular, they did not go in on Karen about the Sing Sing comment. They let it go. They let Ashley go about the Alzheimer's comment. And Karen and Ray have both been affected personally by that,
That's
and
true.
no one said anything.
Yes.
Um, they let Mia go so hard at Candice about a Yo Mama thing, and nobody spoke up really and was like, this is her dream. This is something that she's working towards. She's independent. She's doing this. She's doing that. Maybe you shouldn't say that it was low budget. They just all blamed it on Candace and heaped it on Candace. They did not hold Michael accountable for grabbing multiple men. And that's even in that book, that they knew he was grabbing men and they did nothing. And when it goes back to Ashley, nobody held her accountable for saying that those men wanted to be assaulted.
I hate her for that.
They did like that wasn't a thing. When it goes to Nikki, you back like 5 years ago, you wouldn't have found a bigger Barb than I was. I knew all her underground stuff. I knew when she was living in Greensboro, what store she worked in. Yes, I was that creepy Barb. I knew everything. I knew where she the streets where she filmed her music videos. Like that was my whole thing. I was like, oh my God, I love Nikki. And then as I started finding out more and more about her and starting to see her vibe, like there is no way that I, as a corporation, am going to approve a woman who has worked with people who like to touch children, advocated for someone who likes to touch children, and married to someone who has forced himself on another woman and unalived somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that, no matter what the ratings are, because, I want to make sure my corporation keeps going. Besides this show that I really am not putting too much into, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Like, Bravo in and of itself is not held accountable, but they want to hold Wendy, they want to hold Candace accountable for the things they say and do. And it's like, you cannot do that. Like, I can give you a perfect example. They keep talking about those tweets. Oh, Candace was tweeting when Ashley was in labor. Never mind the fact that how is Candace supposed to know that woman is in labor? And Ashley has spent hours going at Chris, going at Candace before she said something. And I can tell you, as somebody who has given birth in the same time frame as Ashley, when my water broke, I wasn't worried. Well, let me phrase that. When my labor started getting crazy, I was not worried about the next person. I was like, am I gonna make it to the hospital before I see my child? That's my concern. Not Candace, you need to do that. You need to get Miss Darcy's breast out your mouth. Nobody holds Ashley accountable for her black sin that only appears when Mike was not around. Just saying. Just throwing that out there like that.
That's a fair example. Like, Ashley was after Candace before Candace responded, and they were going back and forth until she gave
they all, like, a lot of people, like Toy, you were saying Candace is so immature, she's this, she's that, but none of these women on this show are really that mature.
That's true. And some of them are, well into their late 40s, and it's kind of girls.
Like, there's no way that I'm coming. First off, I'm not coming anywhere in a white shirt and a pink bra. And on my white shirt, I'm gonna have free rave, tax reform. I'm not gonna do that as like a 40-year-old woman. I'm 30 and I wouldn't do that. When I was 20, I wouldn't do that. Maybe when I was like 13, 14, that would have been funny.
We have to give grace to those who are disabled, and Giselle is fashionably challenged. Okay, she's fashionably disabled, and we got to give grace to her.
Giselle, look, I don't dress the best, but I also know that a hot pink bra does not go under a white shirt.
I was just like, why are we doing it? And then when she said with her whole chest, she still the same stylist. I was like, girl.
The same stylist.
Same stylist with her whole chest.
Yes.
The same stylist that like making her look like she boo boo the food.
Girl, why are we doing this?
But it's like they want to hold certain folks accountable. Like even Andy was holding certain people accountable, and then with that whole, well, I wake up to tweets to fire you. Andy, you wake up to tweets that you do a little
to be fired
things, and that you should be fired yourself. Like you have a little, problem.
Well, he's never hidden it. He likes his little,
And Tracy, I fully agree. I am so happy this season is over.
Yes,
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
happy
think
as well.
that if we're going to bring Potomac back, it might need to have a whole new cast,
I don't.
or
Next question.
we might
That was the
honestly,
next question.
quite honestly, I think maybe making Ashley and Giselle friends of might start a lot of the problems, because as much as Robin doesn't really have like a storyline, she's cool with most everybody. Robin
She's
has shown the
oh
most support
yeah,
really of anybody
Mm-hmm.
out of
What
that
happened?
cast.
Ooh, what
yeah,
happened?
yeah. No, Robin is a very neutral piece. I think Karen can be very neutral, and I feel like Karen and Giselle has made up behind the scenes because I felt like that tension between them this season wasn't as intense as the previous seasons. So I feel like off camera they have made amends.
And it's playing on camera. Yeah, so my
Yeah,
that was my question. I have two. I think one was, how do you feel about the current reunion that we had, the four parts, and to the end to it was about the cast shakeup. Who y'all want to see coming back? Who y'all be your predictions of cast name? Because most likely, based on what Sharice and someone saying, that it's really hard to get new ladies. So we might have the same core cast again. Hey
yeah,
Dominique, what's up? And I think it's been rumored. Candace says she gave a 5-year plan for the show. So if she started in season 3, this next season might be her last. We'll see. So like that.
yeah.
So
Um, I think
why is not going there? So how do you feel about the reunion and then the cast shakeup?
I think Karen should stay.
Mm-hmm.
Candace should stay. I I think Wendy should go. Wendy gotta go. Um I think they should bring Escala. How do you say her name? Escala?
Yes, that's valid.
I think they should bring her on full time. I like her. I think that they should make her full time. I would like to see Mia come back and but without the Candace beef. I just want that not to be her focus. I just want them not to be a focus for each other. So I would like to see them come back. Robin is neutral. So I would like to see her as a friend of, though. I would like to see. I feel like Giselle doesn't really have anything going on. I feel like Ashley doesn't really have anything going on. But I know that like the whole Green Eyed Bandits are fan favorites. So I feel like they're not going to get rid of them completely. But I feel like they can be friends of, because I don't know. I just feel like they're not really bringing anything but picking to get to the drama. You know, I feel like that's their job, just picking to get to drama. So I mean, Ashley is good at it though. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. But I feel like Karen and Candace, they bring it. So if I have to choose who to keep for certain, it would be Karen and Candace.
Okay.
And they can, throw a couple newbies in there. They can keep Robin. I would like, you know what? I think it would be interesting to see how Robin does without Giselle. I think that would be interesting to see her solo, because that whole are we mad at Ashley, or are we mad at you know Candace, or are we mad at this person? Are we mad at, this person? Like I,
Oh yeah, yeah. She
I
made a
would
whole
like
mind.
to see
Man,
Robin
Ashley.
by herself. I want to see Robin do Robin by herself. So I think maybe if we let Giselle sit out a season or just be a friend of, and let Robin be by herself and see what that does. And I think even though I enjoyed what Nikki brought, because Nikki is a fan of the show, just the timing was wrong due to her personal issues. I think what this showed me is that I feel like they should get more celebrities who are invested in the different franchises of the Housewives to come and be like the guest host for the reunion, and just get rid of Andy and let him do Watch What Happens Live, and then get those celebrities who are invested in, that you see the celebrities on Twitter who are invested in those, in certain franchises, and get them to host those reunions. I think that that would be more engaging for me, at least.
Okay. Hey Dominic, I ain't say. I think I said that to you, but hey again if I ain't say it. That's like that. CM, how you feel about the
I think
reunion overall and the casting?
I think so too, Tracy.
I think overall the reunion could have been way better, but I think the reunion showed that it really is the Candace show because most of the reunion centered around what Candace said or did, or what she didn't do.
And they still didn't give
And that's
her
a no.
first seat. Why didn't they give her first
Yeah,
seat?
she
I
gave
was
her
like,
first seat.
why did
Yeah.
Giselle
I
have first
don't
seat?
I don't think honestly if I could have chosen first seat, I would have made it Mia and Candace.
Yes, I agree.
I
Yeah.
had Wendy sitting next to Candace because her like those three were the main ones this season. If I had to choose a cast, I would get rid of Mia, Ashley, and Giselle. I would bring on Sharice, either as a friend of or as a main cast member. I would keep Karen. I would keep Robin, Candace. I wouldn't bring Ascale up there because I don't think her husband wants all their business out there like that.
Oh.
But I kind of would love to see. I, I, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see like a Luann type person
I
on
would,
the show, or somebody like a Sutton, like who has like a demeanor like a Sutton, or who has a demeanor like a LVP, or somebody like that, like somebody who's actually got the
Tracy
pizzazz.
Tracy says Sharice gives nothing.
I mean, Sharice gave us this show.
You know what
Yeah.
though? Sharice is still actively a part of the show, but they did
She's
Sharice
behind the
so
scenes, so
dirty. Sharice
yeah,
is
everybody know her.
she is still at all of those events, and they have, this is why I love Twitter. They have put together these scenes. Like Sharice was at Wendy's baby christening. She was at like all these parties, and they put together the way like Bravo's editing team deserves a fucking Grammy, Tony,
They deserve all
Oscar,
the awards.
because they just cut her out. Like she was literally sitting between Ashley and who was there on
Clear?
the other side? Karen, yeah.
Yeah,
Sharice
she was
was
saying that
between
too,
them two, and they just edited her out. Like she was really at almost every function last season, and they just kept editing her out. But Giselle kept inviting her to everything because they were trying to get her back on the show, and they just kept editing her out of everything. So I'm not sure who she pissed off in production.
So they fired her partially because she didn't want to talk about the stuff with Eddie,
Yeah.
and she didn't want to talk about like her having a boyfriend because she was trying to get her coins in
Yeah.
that divorce. Which Tracy,
Yeah, she didn't
I
want
can
to share.
understand. I could understand, but I think the beef that she has with Karen, I want to see that play out on my screen. I'm sorry, I
What
want to
her
see
Karen
that.
now?
Because Karen, I don't know if you saw the deleted scene. Karen was basically like production called us, not mentioning Sharice, had like given them the people to contact who want to do the show. She's just been really shady towards Sharice. So Sharice has been very shady towards Karen very lately. So I want to see that. And
I
plus,
like
I
Sharice
want to see.
person.
I want Sharice to come up there and ask Giselle and be like, Giselle, you knew me and Candace were cool since like the end of season 3. Why did you make such a big deal about me and her being friends during season 5? Look, there's a lot I want to know, and I need Sharice to come on this show so I
I
can
kind
find
of
out.
feel like Sharice is the type of person where if she does one thing for you, she feels like you owe her for life. Like, oh, you owe her your firstborn child and your kidney. Like she's never gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But I mean, Karen tries to make it seem like she's so big and grand, but she's not.
I mean, that's just her personality. I love Karen.
Mm,
I know you know her
me.
personally. I only know her from the show. I know you know her off show, so it's probably a different dynamic. But on the show, I like her grand dame personality. I think we've seen her grow. I felt like this season was so much better for her because my heart broke for her last season when Ray told her that he didn't love her. As a woman, I just felt like
Ooh,
That's just the most heartbreaking thing to hear your spouse say, your significant other say to you. So this season, to see them have that connection back together, I was happy for her.
Yeah.
I think those two seasons, like was it season 5 or season 4 when her parents died?
I think it's season 4. Yeah, that was the
So
hardest
season
season.
4 and season 5 were really hard for her because
Yeah,
the people that she thought were her friends really kind of stabbed her in the back.
they did.
And then after that, your husband coming on national TV, well, international TV, because I think it's international now,
Yeah.
and saying, I don't know if I really love you. Like, and then when you have your what is it called? Your vow renewal, he's joking like he's not like Bill Gates because Bill Gates got a divorce. And it's just like, yo,
Yeah.
baby, you might need to let that man go.
She loved her some Ray though.
Mhm.
She loved her some Ray. She loved
Yes,
that man.
right.
Like you can tell that she loves him, but I'm just like, baby, let that man go to Florida. And y'all have like
But
that did
Yeah, he's
Florida,
gonna go to Florida. That's what he want to do. He want to go to
not
Florida. Yeah. He want to retire and go to Florida.
It's too cold up here for his old bones, man.
not Florida. You know what? You know what? I think like she can finish out this marriage, and I know her second marriage is gonna be fabulous.
Her third marriage, she was married before.
Okay, well the third, you know what? Third time's a charm.
So overall, how I feel about I don't think it needs to be 4 parts. I said in my watch along, it needs to be 4 parts. I because it had the 3 parts. Had
Yeah.
the first part, had the first and second part all in one part. Had the husbands and everything, and Nikki ended with the second part, and had the whole third part with Nikki and
Yeah.
call it a day. And that could have did that. They had to need that second part, because that second part was horrible. And the third part, they could have just condensed that.
I felt like they should have cut. They should have never played that scene with Chris. Well, no, because he played himself too. Because he went on Twitter and then I really hate when men engage with women like that, because I just feel like your wife got it. Like, I'm never gonna let my husband fight with no woman. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I got it, babe. Like, your wife has it. She can handle it. So I didn't like him going back and forth with Nikki online. But I didn't like that Bravo played that snippet of him talking behind the scenes either, because I just felt like it was unnecessary, because you already got the ratings from her being there anyways, you know?
Yeah.
But, and I didn't understand why he was so upset. I was like, she went so hard on Ashley with her bisexual
Yeah, he
husband.
explained it why he was upset. He explained why he was upset a little bit about it was more than that. And he said there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes that they were trying to play his wife and everything. And like I said, I did understand to the degree. He didn't badmouth. I want people to understand he didn't badmouth Nikki. He just ain't like the line of questioning, and he just expressed his feelings. But people would say, "Oh, he disrespected." I know he did not disrespect her. He just talked to his wife like most people would. It just that fact it was Mike, and everybody heard. But he just said he didn't say nothing about Nikki, but people may know about Nikki. That it was going on. Oh, listen, I saw that freaking live. People was calling him an N-word, the nigga. They were going all crazy. They said, "I'm gonna beat you." I was like, "Damn, Bob's, calm down. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious at all." But people was going off, and Nikki had her people that was going to fight with the bat for her.
Because they know how crazy. They know how crazy the Barbs are. So why would you play that? You set that man up. You set that man up.
So they set it up because it's the narrative of Candace and Chris are the problem.
I have never felt Chris was the problem. I like Chris. I really do.
See, like, look at the after show. They're like, oh, he drinks too much. Oh, he's grabbing on her. They are trying to set it up to make him the problem next season. It's very obvious what they're trying to do. But I think what a lot of people are not realizing is they really did try to set Candace up to fail. And it was about 3 people that set her up to fail. And the main one was Nikki, because you're going at this woman so hard about her record sales. Are you mad because as an independent artist, you didn't do those numbers? Are you mad because as an independent artist, you weren't really popping like that, even though you also had WWE money coming in from when you did a theme song for somebody? Like, what is it about her that you don't really like? But I also am noticing that
He had Monster out with Jay-Z and Kanye before she even had the album
She
out.
she was on a
Even
label by then. When she was truly independent,
she had up Scotty.
when she was truly independent, Beat Me Up Scotty was not that popping. It was popping in certain areas, but it really was not popping like that. She was not, and she also did not sell those albums. That was a mixtape. She couldn't really, those samples weren't clear, so she couldn't sell that. She wasn't doing the streams that Candace was. That's been her main thing for the past like few years, about the streams, about the numbers, about this, about that. Well, if you look at the streams and the numbers, somebody as an independent artist is more successful than somebody else. So is that why you're mad? But I also want to ask, why did they not show her actually going in on Mia? Why is that hidden? Oh, I'm a slander Onika Mirage all day, every day, because that woman is a mess and a half, and I put in my time as a barb, and I can do that.
He said I put in my time.
And I can go in about
Like,
her former minion that blew up too, if we really want to go in. But I'm trying to be nice and not get Mizzle like show canceled or everything. So I'm gonna keep that on Twitter.
yeah, let's keep it.
Where I stand up for good friend
Girl, I'm gonna have to follow
that blew up.
this. Like, I'm gonna have to go and follow you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, because she's very active on Twitter, so I like her her tweets and stuff that she put out there. So yeah, she give her opinion, no problem.
I just knowing that Mia had a whole opioid addiction that she talked about, but that was not covered on the show. That was longer than the one her mom had, and worse than the one her mom had. I just don't understand why they cut that part of her story out. I don't understand why they didn't let Nikki's questions about Mia really go in. Like, you show her questioning Ashley, you show her questioning everybody else.
Yeah.
What was it about Mia that made it so she didn't do that? And Mia was crying. What made Mia cry?
Maybe they wanted it to be more light and fun, and it got too dark, and that's why they cut it. Maybe. Because even though the questioning was hard, it was still fun. You know, it was still kind of lighthearted, in my opinion. It was still like even when she was coming for Ashley, it was still light. It wasn't like nobody was crying. So I don't know. I don't think Mia coming back. I think Mia said F this. I don't got time.
That's the word of the street that she's coming back. She's not coming back. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. That's what she's saying.
Yeah. Or maybe she's playing it saying she's not coming back so they can offer her a bigger bag.
They ain't gonna offer that girl no more money. She gonna grab whatever she gonna grab because she ain't got the money that we think she do. Because quiet as it's kept, I don't know if everybody knows the issue behind Massage Envy and why they gave those up and all of that. And how that townhouse or that penthouse they had is up for sale and has been for a little while.
Or the joint chiropractor.
They used to own Massage Envies up here.
Oh, because I know here she owns like the joint chiropractor place, which is so good. I got my back cracked so great there. It was amazing. It was just like, I felt like a whole new woman. It was the best thing.
I mean, she was on like Fox 5 DC, I believe, a little while ago, talking about the benefits of chiropractic work, of all that stuff. So that's why I really want to know, why wasn't that talked about more? Because that's a huge part of her story. I would have related to her a little bit more and been like, man, I really like Mia if that had been her story instead of her mama's struggle. Like, why your mama up here? If your mama wanted her story out, she would have been the housewife.
And a lot of times, like, I remember Nene and some of the other past housewives have said that they film so much stuff, and then when the show airs, it's like maybe a tenth of that stuff makes it on the show. It's like they only air what they want. So it's like you end up filming all of this stuff. Yeah. And none of that stuff airs. So I'm pretty sure she did air stuff about her businesses and stuff like that. Because I was like, for $20 to get your back cracked and realigned like that, you can't beat that. Because like if you went to a regular chiropractor, you got to pay a copay, fill out all this paperwork for your insurance. I mean, you're gonna end up spending more money
Mhm.
with maybe less benefits.
Yes. So, yeah, go ahead.
But I
No,
don't
so I
know.
was saying,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead. No, I was saying the last part was just my class position. I was saying, yeah, I do like him, even though she can have moments. I don't mind him and everything, but I just wish the white lights don't click up too much. I just like them. Like don't have to click it. It's just like that all be their little thing and that's it. But it can't. Be, I don't think that. I don't want Giselle and Robin together. I need to have one of them be the friend of the show. So if they gonna protect with Giselle, of course, it seems like that's what they doing. It's like no matter she gives nothing, but she steals this first seat. They gonna keep her, put Robin as the friend of the show and
Mhm.
everything, and see how
I hope
that
so.
goes. Yeah, keep Candace. It's like that. If she's this gonna be her last season or not, probably keep her. See like that, and I just wish her she just don't engage all the time. And just like I said, this, she I know we know she doesn't start, but when
Mhm.
somebody does start with her, say don't give them what they want. Just say whatever. You ain't getting no thing out of me because if they use her promo a lot for this season, they gonna try to use it or not. If she gives some any at least a little snippet of anything that she gave this season, next season, they gonna use that up. So just don't
Oh,
give them anything. Just say, well, I'm all right. I'm sitting there and she like when she was doing that thing at the dinner table where Ashley was coming after her and she was swooping. Just do all that. And I'll just do all that and all your scenes. And it was like, okay, Candace keep eating. She didn't give us nothing. She boring. I said, well, I gave a little something last and y'all just blew that all up. So let me be boring. It's like that my last season. So keep her and just don't give much. Um,
do you
let
think that
other work, huh?
they'll try to get Monique back since she was somewhat vindicated in the face?
See, Monique was offered
No,
another thing, but she didn't want to
I
come back.
her choice not to.
no.
So
I know it was her
I
choice
think
not
they
to.
would have had Monique come back.
The fans was saying,
Mhm.
on Twitter, everybody was like, "Oh, Monique was vindicated this
No, I think
season."
she.
So
Like I wanted her to come back just because I wanted to see if she's her Candace could be really make the amends like that for
yeah,
this season. Like that. I
kind of
I
put
wanted
up.
to see if that could happen, and if she really did feel sorry about what's
Yeah,
going on or stuff like that. But she's her own
no.
thing. I just want to see her come back, but I didn't want to see her come back when people want her to come back just to keep a chance of Candace a check. Because no, if she would have came back this season, I think we know that Giselle will come after her anyway. So
Yeah.
if she came back this season, Giselle will come after her. Will try to get any other thing to come after Monique because after she did that little binder thing toward
Oh yeah,
Giselle,
she.
Giselle like being calculated. So maybe
Yeah.
if Monique would have came back, Giselle would have came back with
Yeah.
guns blazers as well. So I think that would I think Monique could have handled her, but I think she just saying wanted to get out. You know what? My family is on. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. You have your boundaries. But I think I want her Monique to come back just to promote herself more, her business and stuff like that. And she make amends with that and not trying to be in the in crowd. But I seem like a lot of ladies like to be in the in crowd with the ladies because I think that's what the show's center is. If you're not in that clique, we isolating your ass. It's not. No. I don't like that. And it depends. It's usually the darker ones who's not in the clique and everything. But that's why I say if you balance it out, it'll be okay. But I don't want somebody who come in and just like, oh, I guess they're playing the game. I say, I guess we can't come after Giselle like we wanted to. Yes, we come after her, but she's too touched. She's untouched. And I say, oh my gosh. And then you got the Robin and Ashley and all the people. Look, kick Ashley off. I don't want her. I don't care, Ashley.
Yeah.
Get
I agree.
Ashley off my screen. I don't care. This is your daughter, Ashley. I don't want to see her anymore. And get her out of here. I'm gonna have to let her draw her two babies because it seems like she want to use that image of revamping herself when we all know who she is. I mean, a lot of us started for season 1, so we know who Ashley is. And she said
Yeah.
her tagline, she's still messy. And she still
Mm-hmm.
came that a little bit. So get her out of here and stuff like that. Keep Robin in front of the show. I think you can keep Karen. They're gonna most likely keep Giselle. Keep Candace because she can hold her own. Yes, I want a Skylar as back as a finisher. If they don't, if her husband don't want to share most things, so most likely she might be a friend in the show again. Like I said, I wanted to meet the whole and like she was in the beginning, and like she was going after everyone and just give it F who she go after and just keep her cool and just have her own storyline. But if she's not coming back long time, but I really like Nia because she just came into that thing and the line and all that stuff. I said, listen, I did like me at first, but then I said, yeah, what are you doing too much? And she was
Yeah.
doing all that, the hand stuff in everybody's face, all that stuff. I said, okay, are we not gonna do the same rules to West her? Because she was coming
Okay.
off, she was coming after everybody like that. So, and nobody come after Mia. So, like I said, if Mia could come in like how she came in this season and not just click to the light brights, then I think she could. But then she don't want to come back. Let her go. Give somebody else new, and I guess give somebody in the darker hue who could balance out the light brights in the cast, and add 2 more people. And because it gets boring as we getting the same people, and I know they say it's hard to find new people in the show, but it's gonna get boring in a while. And I know if I'm gonna continue watch season 7, if we're gonna continue the same beat from season 6 into that. I said, oh my god, what are we doing here? And y'all have nothing else to give us. Give somebody
Yeah.
new, something like that.
Mix it
And,
up.
and that was, yes. That's how I feel. So
Monique is not allowed to come back.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Monique is not allowed to come back. You really think Chris is gonna let that woman come back, knowing
Chris ain't having
that
it.
all their business
Chris-
gonna be out? You really think that Giselle Bryant is not gonna have the actual trainer, not gonna have Gigi, not gonna have
she was,
the family
not gonna
of
work
the
on
girl who
overtime.
passed at the lake house? She's not gonna bring up all that mysterious stuff that happened at that lake house. Y'all really think that Giselle's not gonna have that up there? Come on now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Giselle will. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's I think the part of the reason why she didn't come back, because she knew Giselle was gonna come back, guns blazing towards her and
You know, one
everything.
thing I understand
And I
about
don't know
Giselle.
if it's right against Monique, but well, we don't know the 4 homes, and she didn't even care for Monique in the beginning. But still, they go back and forth, and that was a good dynamic because she had somebody who go toe to toe with her. And
Yeah, but one thing about Giselle is like during the season, you can see her, going at it with the other ladies. But it's like during the reunions when she's confronted, like with the binder or like by Karen or anybody else, it's like she's just mute. It's like she just on pause, and I'm just like, girl, what are you here for? It's like she never defends herself at the reunions. She's just there. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, I already knew that. Okay, and I'm just like, Giselle, girl, I don't get that with her. I really don't get why Giselle doesn't just defend herself at reunions.
Because she's not recorded. All of her stuff that she's like really good at is
Is
recorded. When she has to be live, if
she?
you've ever noticed, she's not that witty.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She can't think.
not really, really, yeah, she's not. She's not quick
Not
on
good
her
on her
pace.
toes.
So she had.
She's not quick on her toes.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
definitely true. So, last little thoughts of Potomac and how y'all feel and all that stuff like that for next season. Because I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed y'all. I love it, and it's a good panel. It was a good chat, respectful for one another, and y'all gave me different insights. But any last little thoughts about Potomac?
I hope next season is not just centered on one person anymore.
Mm.
I really hope that we get more variety. I honestly hope we get rid of Giselle and Ashley. And overall, I hope we go back to like the fun vibe that we had like the first 3 seasons, because it was so much more fun when everybody seemed like they liked each other, or even just wasn't so mean to just one person over nothing. And I miss that. I miss them being like shady, but then going back and being cool. Like after that whole Sherman's ex-wife thing, I don't know if we'll ever get that back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, we will see. And hopefully they gave us a longer break of Potomac for season 7 than they gave us a season 6. Because I could have sworn we just ended season 5 and we just got season 6 so quickly. It was a couple months. I said they gave us a break. Now it's down. Like we will still suffer from that season 5 a little bit fiasco. But hope they give us a longer break and they give us the bye before they come back. Repeat Potomac and everything. I can't wait till Beverly Hills come back. We continue to see Salt Lake City. I haven't got into Orange County before, and everything. That's what I say. I'm open to other housewives because y'all know I just started Beverly Hills this current season, so
Yeah.
can't wait to come back for next season and start the next season. And I want to try to give Atlanta a chance. I fall off on Atlanta because it just ain't giving me anything that I need.
It's
So that whole last season, I just watched none of that episode. Only the first episode, and I watched, and that's it. And last season gave me nothing. So hopefully, I'm trying to give it a chance because they got the new girl Sonya. I'm always looking forward to seeing new girls and see their storylines and see how it goes. And Marlo finally get a peach. I want to see if she gonna give us something because she's been a friend of the show for a long time. Now you got a finger piece. You better not be going act like you don't have nothing to say, girl. So we got something. Let's see your family structure. I mean, she take care of her nephews now. That's a good storyline for me to watch. Like I like to see stuff like that. I don't always have to see people always bigger than each other. Like you have your two nephews that you're taking care of. Get
yeah.
more story of your family that not give it too much if they don't allow it. At least a little bit that we could tell. I mean, she been open about her family and her sister and stuff like that. But at least give more of that and how she has as a mother auntie and for her two nephews. I want to see that of her and anything else. And Miami, I don't know Miami. I think that's a new season that came out now, so I haven't heard about that before. So, what's channel? Is it on Bible or is it something that's a different network? Miami.
Is it on Peacock?
Yep, it's on Peacock.
I don't have Peacock, so I don't be watching that. So I wait for Beverly Hills. Atlanta, I give Atlanta a try. I can't wait to Dubai. At least they give us Dubai before they get back to Potomac again. At least give us a while before we get that, and at least give us Dubai so we can see that going because it's coming out next year, and then Mizzle, Potomac. Anything? Any last minute thoughts? Not just Potomac, but Atlanta, Salt Lake City. Anything else before we get out of here?
I can't wait to see the whole wrap up with Jen Shaw. Oh, I just saw that like they have a whole Hulu documentary on her. I need to check it out with Jen. Scamming the old people. I feel like Atlanta's gonna be real dry, no seasoning, like real. It's gonna be given flour. Um, Potomac. I hope we get the fun back. Beverly Hills as well. I want to see fun. I want to see for all the housewives. Orange County. I want to see fun. I want to see the girls' trips back. I know it's COVID, but hey, Mexico is always open. So I want to see the fun back. I want to see, like lighthearted, girly, messy, catty drama. Like, like nothing too serious, nothing too dark. I want to see, just some lighthearted fun, like, oh, she
Yeah,
said, stuff like that. Like serious, nothing about no mama's drug addiction or dead parent. I don't want to see none of that.
yeah.
So I just want to see some fun, some good old fun. Like, oh, you're my friend, not her friend. I can't believe you're talking to her. Like, some
See,
fun.
y'all have final thoughts of all housewives in general?
I am glad I don't have to watch Portia on Atlanta anymore. Let's see. I will be very happy when I don't have to see Meredith and or Lisa on Salt Lake City anymore. Let's see. OC. I just want to go to Heather's house for those heated towels that look like a place I could just stay for a while, and she would never know.
Gorgeous.
I think Beverly Hills will be so much better when they get rid of Erica, and or they expose the RHOP. One of those two needs to happen, so the season is more enjoyable. I'm gonna miss Dallas. I'm not going to watch Miami.
You know what?
Dubai, I don't even know what they're gonna give in Dubai because there's so many rules. So I'm not gonna buy into the hype of Dubai until Dubai comes out with at least 5 episodes.
The only rules, because I've been to I used to be in the military, so the only rules with like the UAE is like it's kind of like Islam rules, like no drinking, no cursing. So, but the opulence is there, the elegance is there, the gold toilets, very classy, they love a good party, the camels. So I feel like it's still gonna give that fun party vibe. In Miami, the only thing I am interested in is if Larsa is gonna be on Miami because I want that Kim K tea. I want that Kim K Tristan
Mm.
Thompson tea. That's the only thing I'm interested in with Miami. But I do think that Dubai is going to give. And not all of the girls are I think like 3 of the girls are expats. So some of them won't follow those no drinking, no cursing rules. I think 3 of the girls are expats. So they're not natives to Dubai. But I do think it's gonna bring that opulence. So I'm excited for Dubai.
I might watch Dubai because what's her face from College Hill is allegedly supposed to be up there.
Who?
What's her name? The one that got into it with Cal that time. Uh, what's
Oh,
her
shit.
name?
I can't remember none.
College. Yeah.
I know Couch was so long ago. I feel like that's so long ago.
Jesus,
Uh,
the one that was like really pretty, like the model on her
I
season.
see her face.
oh, I think. Oh, that was her name. I think I know.
It's not Eileen. No, that's. But y'all know who
I
I'm
think I know.
talking about. I want
Yeah, I
to
think I
see
know
if
what
we
you're
get
talking
there.
about. With Dubai, I think I would like to see how that goes and how that goes because I did heard a lot of controversy about the show and it's like why he would pick that place and else like that. But if they do give us shady dramas like that, which I know all housewives will give us that, I want them to give us rich opulence drama,
Yeah.
like just like Bling Empire. If y'all didn't see Netflix Bling Empire,
Yes, I
that
love.
show was good. That's money show.
I loved Bling.
Especially with Anna and that girl, when you know how Anna felt when she wore her necklace, and she said she thought she was doing something with that necklace. I
Yeah.
said, oh, I switched you in the end of the seat. That's the type of thing I
Okay.
would. And that girl was pressed. She's like, why am I in the center? What happened? Why am I in the middle?
I'm not all the way over here.
Yeah, she's like, oh, and then Anna said, you know what? You had good language with this girl. You could speak to that
Yeah.
good language. That's the rich drama I don't want to see in
Yeah.
opulence in Dubai.
Yes,
I like that type of drama.
I
said,
love
okay.
Anna. I can't wait for season 2 of that because Anna, that I rock with Anna. Look, she's the type of friend I need in my life. Just can't invite you over, give you a whole new wardrobe. Like, yes, I will be your best friend, Anna.
For real. So
She
that's
said,
I want to see it. If they give us that.
with what I was born with. I know that's right.
But yes, y'all. So it's almost 7 o'clock here, and I appreciate because I gotta get ready for it gets to eat and then the panel. Y'all know I'll do the panel tonight. But I appreciate this. This is our final talk with Potomac. I appreciate Toy for coming in and CM. I love y'all commentary. If y'all want to come back in the future for any future stuff, y'all let me know. I'm more than welcome to have y'all on. Thank you y'all so much for everything. Watching Lost tonight, I'll probably do it tonight and I think for Power and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And probably 2 of them because I don't think we'll do 3 because tomorrow's on work day, so we can't be stuck all night. So at that, I'll probably do Power and Love and Marriage Huntsville because I'll probably talk about Love and Marriage tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Do not watch Love and Marriage until tomorrow. You are gonna be pissed if you watch it tonight and then have to go to work.
Ooh.
It's Martell.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be good. But oh my gosh,
Martell, you again. I'd rather listen to Coffee and Love than be around Martell.
Oh no, you didn't.
I promise you, Mizzle, when you watch it, who Jesus, he one of them ones that's like toxic. He's Future without that money and
without the money.
Yeah, without the money and without all the baby mamas. I give him that. He don't have that many baby mamas.
I can't wait. That's gonna be crazy. But if I do the watch along, I'll probably mention on Auntie Momo's panel if I doing that because I know Sam you go to bed. So, but Toy, if you I'll do it. I'll let you know. But okay. Yes, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Welcome. Like I said, no problem. I appreciate y'all coming in because I didn't want to talk all throughout the thing, all by myself. I could talk. So, but I didn't want to do it throughout the whole street. I wanted other people to give their opinions and stuff like that. And I appreciate y'all giving opinions and being respectful to one another. And pretty much we all kind of agree in most of the stuff like that. We do have slight differences, but It was good. It was a good panel. I enjoyed it.
I
Thank
enjoyed
y'all
it.
for joining NCM, Opulus Prime, Tracy as always. Tracy always she's been my original person on my panel, but you know Tracy like to stand behind the scenes and give other comments
Yeah.
because I love it.
Tracy.
It's like that. Who else? Oh, I guess see Brittany today. She might be busy, but Brittany, y'all know Brittany always been on the chat. JW. So Neil, thank you all. Thank you all. Yeah, me sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Let get my name out there and everything. Oh yes, I haven't forgot about all you serious videos I'm gonna be doing on my channel. I getting topics and trying to do it. And what that is that it's gonna be like a short video. It's not gonna be longer. I'm trying to make none of the videos longer than 15 minutes or at least no longer than 10 minutes. And trying to make it a short, quick conversational thing because I want people to be on a live session to be in the comment section and make commentary back and forth. I wanted to talk about the Cardi B being the creative director, even though we go talk about that in the panel tonight and how I feel about that. And I want y'all in the comment section going back and forth with me, making comments. I do want to do a video of this lady saying that she don't want no dark skin babies. Oh, yes, it's a whole little thing on that. So we're gonna talk about that. and keep it short. Those videos gonna be kind of short videos. It's not gonna be long like my previous video because you know some of my videos been like 20 minutes like that, and I'm trying to make those long ones long. I'm gonna keep the long ones to my live, and I use my live for the reality TV shows and social media dramas. But it's so much going on, I can't talk about everything on live. So that's why I'm gonna use the Are You Serious videos to do those to help with that. So appreciate. No problem, CM. I love you always. Love every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have a great Sunday night. If y'all gonna be joining Auntie Mama's panel, let me put her YouTube channel here. If y'all want to come join us, because we all talking about. I didn't watch the versus battle, so they're gonna be doing most of talking about that. But it's gonna be talking about the versus battle. We're gonna talk about Cardi B as the creative director for Playboy. We're gonna talk about that new school shooting. Oh my gosh, I'm tired of these school shootings. I said, what these kids smack these kids and let them go down and eat something. Like what we. Well, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired about these school shooters. Oh, did she post it up yet? I think it's some and two other topics we might talk about. But let me put her channel down here, y'all. Bear with me. Mama, you put the link to the thing yet? Oh, you still creating it? I mean, that's her channel there. I do always on her panel most of the time as well. So if y'all can subscribe to her channel as well. But appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the week. And always, y'all always hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. I'm always active on there too. So if you have any topics or stuff that I might want to read or things, y'all hit me up. I'm very open. Y'all know people who interact with me know I do respond. It's like that. If I don't respond a while away, I do respond. At my editorials, I have a football tomorrow. Okay, it's gonna be 7:30. So 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. So that's the time. All right. All right. Appreciate everyone. Let me buy out. Love y'all and everything. And thank you, Toy ATM from the panel. Appreciate that.
Yeah, bye. Love you.
Thank you. See y'all next
Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question. Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you. Are you ready to answer? Mizzle Social Corner. I got a question for you.
See, I'm sorry. You were saying something before we go to the thing. I ain't want to be rude. Let's see. Yeah, so 7:30 tonight, Central, 8:30 Eastern, my time. And yeah, if you're Pacific, y'all know 3 hours earlier. Let's see. All right. There you go. All right. Talk to y'all later, y'all. Peace out. Okay. Thank you. No problem.